Yep.
Come back, come down. There we go.
Every single time, yes. Like I was saying, after it crashed, we have the obligatory stream crash. I'm sure there is a
I find how
reason.
Twitch is so far behind.
What?
I find it funny how Twitch was so far behind that, for me at least, that he was saying, "Welcome back."
Oh,
Yeah, well.
just Twitch things. So. As it draws toward evening, you find that there's a sort of ballroom that kind of becomes quite lively. It seems that everyone has been invited to a sort of welcoming festivities.
Do we need to dress up?
It's not a requirement, but you do notice that people do seem to be wearing finery on their way down.
So we don't have to dress up, that's fine.
We don't have any finery though.
I swear Dorian... Oh, wait, no. Dorian gave his fine clothes to Celatham.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was like, I swear Dorian had nice clothes.
Emphasis on the had.
On the hat.
What?
So I imagine, do you guys decide to attend this this little soiree?
Yes, I wish to perform.
Okay.
No. Watch. For a bit.
Would you like me to do anything?
Well, yeah, you would have to roll a performance check. And then I guess I'll make a wisdom save for the people.
What? That's so rude. I'm not trying to fuck them yet.
They are very easy to placate.
Yeah. Performance.
You did quite well. You did quite well for their needs. They're in a good mood. They're ready to experience things. What have you got for us, Ragnar?
Rhythm ain't working.
I mean, you can give it a go.
Give me a minute then.
All right. What about you, Dorian? Are you going to peruse, be a wallflower?
I'll look around for a bit. Not too long. If there's a lot of people.
Define a lot of people.
More than 30 people.
You're traveling with a caravan of over 100 people.
Mm-hmm. But not all of them might have turned up.
Yes, for music.
What? I don't know today.
I did indeed ask for music. I did have to adjust the rhythm down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Just suddenly appeared.
Expect unforeseen.
This is what Ragnar's playing.
I'm going to assume there's probably a band here who's helping him with backup.
Yeah,
Probably.
obviously.
Wow, it's a lot more lively all of a sudden.
Remember, it is some of our battle music as well.
Some of our battle music is
My iron defender did better than me.
crazy hotel battle.
Saw some Jackie Chan movies, that's that.
Ragnar, while you're performing, you do look out into the crowd and you notice this very lovely elven lady wearing a very kind of elegant, glittery, silvery gown.
I wish to sex on her.
Oh, you're too busy performing right now.
Well, I'm gonna use a seductive wink on her.
You make okay. You want to wink at her?
Yeah.
Let me make a perception check for her. See if she notices this wink. Unfortunately, she's very engrossed in the conversation that she is having with this very grizzled-looking older dwarf with an eye patch.
Oh god.
Well, at least you know who something.
Give me a perception and see if you can kind of parse out how their interaction is going.
Perception, you say?
Yeah.
Sorry, the music has got me entranced. It's hard for me to kind of hear.
It's fine, don't worry.
Oh, you should you should be able to adjust rhythm's individual volume down by clicking on it.
I did. I figured it out. We're good now.
Okay.
My bad.
It's alright.
Sorry, I didn't even think
But
about
I
that.
had no clue what just happened.
Yeah.
Music.
Our bard decided to take over the band and perform.
He's a bard of metal, by the way. That's why.
Yeah, College of Metal is what it is his specialty.
Yeah.
I'm oddly okay with it.
Don't oddly be okay. It's okay to be okay with it.
Okay, so you gather that they seem to be having some kind of negative interaction. She seems to, although she's hiding it fairly well, you can just about make out that she doesn't look very pleased. And he appears to be a little bit belligerent.
I go over and say, "Hey, what are you?"
You don't
looking at?"
notice this. This is
Yeah, you
Ragnar
don't know.
noticing from the stage.
No, I go to Ragnar.
He's
Oh, Ragnar's on
performing.
stage. Fuck.
Yeah. I'm performing, you bellend.
I shout up to the
Get
stage.
off this-
What are you looking at?
I kick you off the stage. I think he needs to roll for damage, Brendan.
He feels kind of like an elf.
Talking about Dorian.
What?
They're talking about Dorian.
Dorian, speaking of you, you do notice that Free Hair Cavendish does appear to be amongst the crowd tonight.
Does he know who Freehand Cavendish is?
He literally rode on a cart with him after he picked him up, and they had a
Oh,
conversation.
right, yeah.
It's stolen.
Yeah. He's looking pretty snazzy in a blue pinstripe suit. Sorry, I'm making notes as I'm telling you this. That's why I'm going quiet periodically. His cousin also happens to be there. They appear to be having a little bit of a. They don't look like it too much outwardly, but even Dorian can tell from their body language that they appear to be having a very tense discussion. Kind of like they don't really want to be around one another. His cousin, however, is wearing a slightly flamboyant green suit. Appears to be a three-piece.
They're incredibly flamboyant.
Pardon me while my nose decides to start running.
Catch it.
Ha.
Plan.
Ha ha ha. Ha
Bad
ha,
jokes.
Ha, 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 ha. You're not even a father.
You don't know.
He lives in America. I think he'd be so by good.
I think we're going to pretend that this is the ballroom. For the sake of things.
Logan's
there
just
also
dancing
happens
with his
to be,
shield.
Several tables containing a wide selection of hors d'oeuvres. Some of them are, in fact, sweet Simon.
She is such a fabulous dancer.
What? Hello? Did someone say something?
Like said, his shield was a fabulous dancer.
The shield is a fabulous dancer.
That does sound like a
dear.
love thing. No. God, my nose. Iliard, why don't you give us a perception yourself and see if you can grab some of what's going on in this party.
Perception.
Yes, perception.
Gotcha. I got a 9. Be 5 plus 4.
5, oh, 9. Okay. So. Let's see, I need to make a roll myself. Wow.
Oh man, that's hard to beat.
That's incredible.
So, you notice a dwarven gentleman seems to be chatting up a bunch of the ladies.
It's not me, surprisingly.
Your keen senses of hearing could allow you to potentially pick up on what he's talking about that has them so enthralled. Because you see, as he talks, they all appear to be kind of fawning over him a little.
I will opt in to listen.
Okay. You give me a. I guess I'll give you another perception. See how well you can listen in. You will have advantage on this. Not that you need it, because that's more than high enough.
I was gonna say I got a 9.
You make out from what he's saying that. Did I say he was an elf or a dwarf?
A dwarf.
Dwarf.
I apologize. I meant to say elf.
That makes more sense.
He's
Yeah, that's why you're kind of interested in this, because he's
a lesser me.
yeah, sure. But you see, he's wearing he's wearing a black suit with like kind of red pinstripes, and it plays very well off his dark hair.
Interesting. So can I listen and just hear what he's...
Yes, you can. I'm making a note.
Ah, gotcha.
As I said, I'm making notes as we're going, so I can keep track of stuff. As you're listening into his conversation, you hear him talking about how the owner of the hotel, named Goldpike, has been sponsoring him to a goat racing team, and how he's doing very well this year. It's very likely that he will take victory over the others. And apparently goat racing is something that dwarves get very excited about.
You mean elves?
No, dwarves.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yep, he's the only elf in the entire mountain goat racing league.
That's a little,
Interesting.
yeah.
Well, it certainly has all of these dwarven females going.
Is it because he's tall?
Might be because it's tall.
It might be despite the fact that he's tall. Or, you know, maybe it's kind of like that whole, oh, he's so foreign kind of thing.
Can I go talk to him?
Sure.
Would it be advised? I feel like that'd be...
You're welcome to go up and speak to him if you'd like.
Yeah, I can talk to him.
Okay. How do you make this approach?
I approach him and put my hand on his shoulder and say, "Hello, fellow elf."
Okay.
That's
Very forward.
yeah, very forward and very persuasive.
Like I said, all D&D players can take social cues.
I just imagine like walking up to somebody. It's like okay, I'm in the UK and I happen to catch someone with an American accent. Like, hello, fellow American. Fancy meeting you here.
My fellow Americans.
Roll for me a roll charisma for me.
Okay. So how do I roll a stat? Just out of curiosity.
You just click on, you open your character sheet and you click on the stats. So if you click on charisma, then it will roll for you.
Yeah.
Public roll.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all rolls are public unless told otherwise.
Okay. Fun.
Really nice. I think that was really good.
Fellow elf.
It fits what you've said. So I think
He looks at you thinking, you're not an elf, what are you?
so. You go up to this man and you're like, "Hello, fellow elf," and he kind of turns to you. He's like, "Can I help you with something, brother?"
I'm just curious. I couldn't help but overhear about your goats. Your ability to race said goats.
Okay. Make for me a charisma save.
Oh, great. How do I do that?
It should be under your saving throws.
Okay.
You can just click on it. Yeah, there you go. He's like, yeah, he's like, wait, were you eavesdropping?
I mean, being blunt, yes. I couldn't help but notice all the attention you got from the ladies, so I had to figure out how to do it myself. Apparently, goat racing is the way to do it.
Hearing that you now that you've provided him an opportunity to talk about racing, all of a sudden he's more excited to talk to you. He's like, "Oh yes. Well, you know, my father was one of the first elves to ever go into the goat racing league. Don't you know?"
I did not.
He was, of course, sponsored by Thane Goldpike, our gracious host at this delightful hotel. You know, he's been a big part of my life growing up, sponsoring me onto his team, and he's now from Wisconsin, don't you know? That's actually a little bit of that's a little affect he has from spending so much time amongst dwarves. He's kind of taken on a slight dwarvish intonation with his speech.
He says it's fun.
And he talks about how it's a very challenging sport to break into. Many elves couldn't quite make it in such an extreme sport.
I dare ask, how is it extreme?
It's like, have you ever fallen down a cliff on a 2-ton beast moving at 100 meters an hour?
No, not onto a beast.
100
But I did
meters an
fall off
hour
my-
was quite slow.
100 kilometers an hour.
Can't say I've ever done that, but I have fallen off my bed a couple times.
Jesus
not right.
Right. So we're just going to we're gonna leave you in this conversation to continue on. Dorian, what are you up to?
I feel like Dorian
No.
wouldn't go there.
Much.
You
He'd
say
rather
you
be on
say
the road.
that, Tom. There is literally an entire table full of a wide selection of delicate.
I take that back.
Sweet
He's there. He's at that next.
Probably eating a bit, that's it, really. Not really making himself known as well as he can.
Yes, I'm sure the orange man doesn't stick out very much.
You'll be surprised.
The one with the flaming hair.
It's not literally on fire.
It kind of looks like it though.
It does, but it's not literally fire.
Okay, so Dorian happens to draw notice from someone. A kind of well-dressed older dwarven man kind of comes up next to him. He's like, "Don't see too many. You're kind round here."
I've not seen any of my kind, specifically.
Indeed. Yeah, he notices your Leo badge. That makes sense. Old Roderick always had a soft spot for you Leo types.
Well, by the looks from the painting out front, I mean, there's a good reason for it at least.
Old Roderick, he comes from a long line of noble dwarves, you know. A lot of built-up wealth, as it were. Especially after his father, God rest him, only ever had the one son, only ever had the one child.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, arrested?
Huh?
I'm sorry, arrested?
No,
He only had the one child.
he's
The
dead.
phrase is God rest him,
Oh, God rest
meaning
his soul.
he
Oh,
died.
God, arrest him. I heard arrest him.
What the fuck, man?
I'm not the police. I'm clearly not the police.
Well, yeah.
So you've a penchant for the sweet things, do you? Is that a common affectation amongst your people?
Again, I've not met any of my people before, so I have no clue.
I hear your kind come from what them Galdi people out east.
Yes, the desert southeast, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, that what's that place called? Qatar, I think it is.
Sure, I can't remember the name from my head currently.
That's actually the country north of it.
I'll go with it.
Actually, no. Roll me a history and see if you know. See if Dorian's even aware in this particular moment. I'm sure he's aware generally. See if it eludes him. Nope.
16.
Nope. He realizes instantly that no, that's actually the country north.
I'll still go with it because, you know, it's a dwarf who's approached me and is talking to me. Sure, yeah, whatever. Do you say?
Oh, look, Simon has a friend.
Let's see what that here. Well, I reckon, looking at this hotel of ours, Broderick, he knows what he's doing, I reckon.
If he still runs the place, I would hope he would.
No, he don't run this place no more, no. He's retired now. Don't thinks he's king of the world, I reckon. Goes back traveling, leaving all this mess up behind for me to deal with.
Oh?
Sorry, not introduce myself. Theremin Mountain Hole.
Fairhaven Mountain Hole. That sounds like a musical instrument.
Theremin.
And you just like fix all the old owners' messes? Like he just goes around, you know, enjoys his life.
No, when he first started this place, the land was mine and he had the money to build something on it. So you went in partnership we did.
I see.
I think it's panned out.
Oh,
Keeps
I
money
thought
in
as-
my coffers anyway.
The fact that there's over 100 people here, I think so.
I like swear he has one of them L.E.O people. I've seen people here all the time. Something about, you know, sometimes people they go out and venture and terrible things happen. Need a good place to rest.
This is a very secluded place to rest from the path which we took.
Aye, keeps all the riffraff out. No big cities here, so not too much of them crimey folks. Nice little mountain retreat.
Makes sense.
You know,
Well, now we're here.
old Broderick. At this point, you can tell. You actually give me a perception, Dorian.
No.
You notice he is slurring his speech a little bit as he's going on. He continues to.
Too many with Ragnar.
He continues to. You swear you saw him momentarily pull a flask out of his breast pocket as he continues sipping on his actual drink.
Yes.
He lets you know old Roderick. He's been calling in a whole bunch of people into here. Some kind of big announcement he wants to make.
Announcement.
Yeah.
Huh.
Who knows that man sometimes takes these wild flights of fancy.
Well,
It's my
Person's-
performance. Yeah, or am I still?
What?
Am I still performing?
It's kind of up to you, I reckon.
No, I want to go towards that woman. But...
well, if a person is of some habits, you know, don't stop them.
I suppose not.
And, whatever this announcement is, hopefully it'll be fine.
Yeah, they say he wanted a lot of witnesses for it. I reckon that's why he's got you lot here.
Well,
I tell you, as long as we've been in partnership, ain't had this many people come in all in one caravan.
it's a very special occasion, this, technically. Very weird.
Yeah, it sounds like L.E.O too, for you.
Yeah, well,
Well, lad, he kind of slaps you on the back a little bit too hard. It's like, you should make sure you enjoy yourself. Hey, you're a good man. You are.
doing my best.
Alright, Ragnar. You're going to leave the band behind and go mingle amongst the crew.
yeah, I'll just like tell someone to jump in for a minute.
So they kind of they carry on, and you enter into the crowd.
I wish to find that elven lady. See what's wrong.
Okay. You find her as she kind of seems to be chatting with some other young elven woman. At least elven as far as you can tell.
Okay then.
What's that?
I said okay then. I talk to I say hello. I am Ragnar. I just performed. What is your name?
She give me a charisma. She looks at you and she goes, oh. She goes, well, that was certainly a very lively performance.
It's always good to get the crowd's blood pumping, don't you think?
Oh yes, there's nothing quite like a crowd with your friends in it.
Oh, I agree. So, You okay? You looked a bit down earlier.
Oh, you know how these things are, being drawn out amongst all the rabble. But, good old Broderick, he's a patron of mine, and I could not possibly deny him his invitation.
Oh, I. Yeah, so have you regretted it at all?
Regretted what, precisely?
Are we here?
Oh no, one never regrets coming to a place where they have pampered.
What about talking to that guy over there? I point out the guy that you're talking.
Oh, Colonel Bronzetoe, yes. He's a bit of a gruff man, you see. Oh, especially after that injury.
Right, okay.
He saved old Broderick's life once, and suddenly he thinks he has a right to tell others how they need to conduct themselves.
Bloody hell, he needs a slap in the face.
Oh, he needs much more than that, yeah.
No, I agree. So, how about we get a drink together and see where the night takes?
I'm afraid I'm waiting for good Broderick himself to make some sort of an announcement. That's what he's called us all here for.
Oh, you know, we can have a drink while doing that, can we not? Nothing bad in having a drink. A fellow person of high esteem.
Make a wisdom save.
Oh, it's...
Rhythm is, of course, acting up.
Yeah, I can tell. I can hear it. Oh, that's great.
Okay, I was making sure it wasn't just me. Oh, fucking hell.
Bloody hell. Where's that plus 9 come from?
That's her charisma.
Oh, bloody hell. Well, I just did a wisdom, so that's great.
she got a net fucking 20 as well.
Jesus Christ.
She begins to string you on a long series of commentaries about various things, and you become quite entranced by her conversation. Her tones seem to be almost mesmeric in nature.
Uh-huh.
I love how you went to charm her and she charmed you back.
Fuck.
Reverse Uno card.
Well, that works either way.
Yeah, problem is you had different intentions to what her intentions are.
Yeah, it's fine.
She motions for one of the serving people to bring something over. And as the servant is making his way over with some drinks, you see he gets intercepted by old Dolan.
Ah, yes. The guy with the weird name.
Yes, Mr. Cavendish. Or should I say free hair? He brings it over and he says, "Oh, Ilaria, I see you've met one of our fellow guests."
What's that supposed to mean, mate?
And she goes, "Oh, don't be so perturbed, Ragnar, darling. You know, Dolan and I, we go way back, don't we, darling?" Cavendish. Come on.
No, Cavendish. That's his name if I insult him. Cavendish. My cabbages, not my cabbages!
Like so, he says to Ilaria, "You tend to have your ear to the ground. Very strange. Most of these folk, they seem to be, the long-traveled sort, but
There's one particular young lady. I'm not quite sure who she is. And he points out a young woman. To you, Ragnar, she does look rather elvish.
Okay.
She has kind of blonde hair that seems to flow in a cascade of curls down her back.
I'm going to try and charm her after.
Well, you're currently enthralled by Miss Ilaria.
Oh, great.
You're welcome to make another wisdom save.
So there's
Fine.
hope.
Let's see me fail. I mean, I can't beat it. But what would be the point? Right, we continue, Brandon.
Okay. What about you? You there?
Well, I've kind of lost interest in the guy and his goats. I can't quite fathom what he's saying. But, being the simpleton that I am, I do notice this elvish woman with her pearls.
Well, to you, she looks rather human.
What?
There's a difference? Oh, yeah.
No,
Anyways.
they're the same woman. It's just you being an elf. To you, she looks more human than elf.
Ah,
Gotcha.
Yes, there you go, Ragnar. You got it.
Can I attempt to go talk to her?
You can. You do know that there are times when you've got to really spur your goat to overcome things it might be afraid of.
Can we stop with the goat analogy, please?
I think I've had
He's
enough
had a
goat
very
talk.
long conversation with this goat racer.
He kept asking me all these questions, and I just keep telling him I keep falling out of my bed, and it'd be funny. Maybe this conversation will... I approach this human woman, humanish woman.
Okay, you approach her. Give me a little bit of a charisma. The same, but I have biscuits, you lucky bastard. I didn't get to make biscuits today.
As soon as I...
Wow, you gotta beat that.
That's what you think.
Is that charisma?
Hey,
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
As you approach her and greet her, she kind of smiles at you. She's like, "Oh, hello. Are you enjoying this little soiree?"
I enjoy it for the most part until I talk to Goat Guy over there.
She said, "Oh yes, Resbeniel. He's quite serious about his racing, isn't he?"
That's an understatement.
Well, one has to make it all the way to the championships, especially when you have such a disadvantage of not being one of the dwarf kind. But
Yeah.
good old Broderick, he sees past such barriers.
That's good. So, what brings you here?
Oh, I'm afraid that's the secret.
You can tell me.
Oh, I think old Brody might be a bit angry if I did so.
Ah, so it's one of those secrets. It's okay. I keep a few of them myself.
Why? I don't think I've ever seen an elf quite like you. My mother, of course, was a human, but my father, he was an elf, you see. One of the wood elves.
Ah, so he... my kind are rather...
Oh, there's more kinds than just the wood and the high.
Yes, I'm what is referred to as a Lothari.
don't think I've ever heard of such a thing.
Has she not heard of a dark elf?
Well, the Lothari are unique in the Kingdom of Elves due to the fact that they are shifters.
Oh. There's shifters among the elves? I hope not like those dreadful changelings.
Prefer shifters. Changelings is rather undermining, but it's okay. No, we don't shift into people. We actually shift into creature.
Oh. Like a werewolf? She starts to get a little bit taken aback.
I mean, yes, but no.
Oh, there's a full moon tonight, isn't there? Oh, we don't have to be worried, do we?
The moon doesn't affect my transformation.
Literally clutching her pearls.
It's
Clutching the pearls. Those are pretty. They're shiny.
Oh yes, they were a gift from old Broderick.
Ah. Did he give you the dress too?
Oh why yes, of course. You notice that she kind of gives a little she kind of gives a little twirl of her beautiful red gown.
I like it. Anyways, so when is this Roderick supposed to come in here and
Oh, any
Talk
moment,
about it.
I'm sure.
do you think he'll get mad if he sees me?
Oh no, especially not being a L.E.O member. Old Brody, he he has a special place in his heart for you L.E.O types.
What are you laughing at?
Look at the text!
We're having a wonderful communication about
Yeah, I mean, you guys are at a party where there's food. Of course you're talking about the food a little bit. That's just the thing that happens. I mean, really, you guys should be doing that in Twitch chat so that Big Red could be privy to it as well. If I'm honest. Just leaving poor old Red out to dry like that. Jesus Christ.
So, how long have you been at this hotel?
Oh, me, I arrived about 4 days ago, I believe. Not that I really
Interesting.
keep track, you know.
Did you come with anybody?
No, Broderick sent for me, and I accompanied one of the concierges here.
I was just curious. I came with a small party myself, but over the course of the time I've been here, it just seemed to have disappeared.
Oh well, you know, it's a big place, lots of people, lots of things to do. I'm sure they're just busy.
Well, the thing about it is, well, like me, there was another elf in the party, and I can't sense.
You can't sense him? What do you mean?
Yes, us elves can sense each other. Sense when other elves are around and determine who is elvish.
Oh, I think Father told me about something like that.
So I can't sense him anywhere. That either means one of two things: he's not here or he's dead.
Simon, a jacket.
Well, I mean, it's not a...
Yes,
the,
yes they are.
The hotel isn't exactly a prison. Could they have possibly fancied a spot of deep sea fishing? I know there's a dock not too far next town over.
It would have informed me if they left.
About this time, a kindly old man kind of begins to take the stage. He tells the band
Tell
to
them to fuck off.
quiet down.
Tell them to fuck off and do it.
There we go. I do love that the command is literally fuck off.
When I showed my friends that was the command, they were like, "Wait, what?"
The old man in his very fine black overcoat kind of walks up on stage onto the not stage per se, the dais. You know, it's like a little raised platform. And he looks out over the crowd and he's like, friends, guests,
Roman countrymen.
family. Sure, many of you wondered why I've called you all here today. Well, it is, of course, a time of great news, you see. He extends out a hand, and the lady who has been talking to you, God, your name. She kind of like gives you the little finger wave goodbye as she begins to make her way up on stage with the older gentleman who, at this point, if you saw the big portrait behind the check-in desk, you realize is old Broderick Goldpike himself.
I'll communicate to Simon. Simon, who's this?
He's the guy who owns the place.
Ah,
I mean, who else just goes up on stage and says, "I have good news"?
me.
Yeah. Tom.
What I have gathered you all here today to bear witness is the announcement of my engagement to the lovely Vera.
Kind of. Even I have my.
Excuse me?
You can't hear me. I'm just.
It's in the crowd, midway through the crowd. Don't be far enough away.
Look, just because he's like 538 and she's like 32, age is just a number.
She's married for the money, obviously.
I got told off for trying to do that. I'm just like, I feel like half of the crowd would be like,
And you do hear a few. You hear a few kind of.
No, just whispers like, going on.
Yeah, there's a kind of a general whisper going on. And as I look out upon you, the lovely Hilaria, your performances on the stages and the great halls have moved so many. And you see the lady that you've been talking to, Ragnar, she kind of gives a bow and blows him a kiss. My nephew, Dolam, despite your mixed heritage, rising among the ranks of the noblemen, rubbing shoulders with great men on my behalf. And he kind of just goes down this list, mentioning Colonel Bronzetoe, who saved his life and served him ever since as head of his personal security. His godson, the Goat Racer, who's been leading his goat racing teams to victory over their competitors. His business hall, Therabin Mountain Hall, whose family gave the land which this very hotel stands on. Speed racer with goats, for fuck's sake. And then he kind of goes, Tobin, my son, my boy.
And he kind of looks around the room as I reflect on the things that have happened throughout my life and what we've accomplished, and I realize that all of you are blood-sucking parasites. And then you kind of hear a kind of gasp as they kind of look around at each other, confused.
Yay, team blood-sucking parasites!
And that is why I have gathered you here. That's why I've gathered you here before all of these fine people from across the land, witnesses and fellow members of L.E.O, who can attest that I, Broderick Goldpike, being of sound mind, am changing my will. From this moment, you are all cut off. And all that is mine shall be inherited by my new lovely wife, Vera.
But they're engaged.
Well,
They will
for
be.
now.
That's just a matter of paperwork, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Or I guess I should say my lovely bride-to-be.
There you
So there's hope.
There always be hope.
And then finally, you hear Tobin kind of peek up. But father, why? He's like, don't try and fight this, Tobin. You've been nothing but a leech your whole life.
Hold on, can I just ask something?
Yeah.
So Tobin is the cousin of what's his face?
Yes, the gentleman that you guys brought here.
How are they cousin? If he is, he has no brothers or sisters. The guy who's talking right now.
You can have second cousins, Tom.
Yeah, okay, I guess so.
I mean, dwarven families tend to be a bit large.
There, you got a point.
So like
Continue.
his father's, I don't know, his mother's brother's bastard child. Who knows?
Okay, that'll work.
Whatever makes you feel good.
It's usually a woman, but okay.
Well, I mean, think about like Downton Abbey, right? How their cousin was, they were like distant
I don't
cousins.
watch Downton Abbey.
I thought it was mandated by the crown.
No.
It's one of the most boring things in the world. Only
Yeah.
people above 60 watch it.
And Brandon.
No, I literally watched the first season and I was like, nope, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Even my parents don't watch it, and they fall under that category.
But I watched it enough to know that like they're like distant cousins because the real heir died on the Titanic or some shit.
Doctor
Anyway,
Who's out.
it's not important. The point is people can have cousins out beyond their brothers and
Okay,
sisters.
yeah, go on. All you could have said is Crusader Kings 2 and I would have followed better.
Sure.
Continue.
Anyway, he's like, don't try to talk your way out of this, Tobin. And he turns around and he puts his hand over towards Vera, who hands him a quill as he prepares. And suddenly, the lights go out.
Glasses smash. People scream.
You hear
Project 21 can still see.
you hear
I can still see.
Yes, Project 21 has its dark vision up to 60 feet.
I have
but
starvation 60 feet.
mysteriously, you can't see through the darkness.
It's crazy. It's almost as if
It's
the
almost
darkness
as if there's a
spell.
spell called darkness.
Oh, is this what
If
they...
only we had a warlock.
Is this this what they call when bullshitting off a DM?
No, there's actually a darkness spell.
No, no,
Great.
but right now.
No, because I know you have dark vision, Tom. Half the party has dark vision, Tom.
Again, it's crazy that we don't have a warlock because the warlock could see right through this.
Well,
Become a warlock.
if they get the boon that allows them to do so.
Yeah, but still.
It's not
Tom, become a
guaranteed that they'll
warlock.
take that boon because some like more attack.
Dispel magic.
I don't want to be a warlock.
Become one of your. Become a slave to your
You
instrument.
hear a scream and shattering glass. And you
What
hear
kind of scream? Was it like a feminine scream, or was it like a kind of scream?
you
It's
hear
like someone vomiting.
You hear
No,
very
that's a growl, Simon. That's a...
you hear
definitely saw
you
someone
hear
vomit.
very many feminine screams as there are many women here.
Yes. But what was the first one?
You don't know. It was just a little moment of pandemonium.
Oh, okay.
I hope you guys enjoyed that build up though, because that was really fucking fun for me. Anyway, after a brief moment, you hear a thud, and then the darkness is lifted. And on stage, you see Vera scream out as she drops to her knees and Lord Broderick.
You forgot the name.
What?
You forgot the name of Lord Broderick.
No, I'm trying to decide how he died. Lord Broderick is laying there. A long curved dagger plunged deep into his back.
Yeah, that's okay. The lady killed him. Money. Can we go now?
If only it were that simple.
I mean, isn't it?
No.
Oh,
This is on the woman.
continue.
What was her intentions while it was
I
just
mean,
dark?
you can't tell. We've only just come back from the darkness, and we know that he's dead, and she's
I was
screaming.
born.
Okay, everyone, there has been a terrible accident.
And then she
Yes, but
goes,
is
She goes, he's dead.
No shit, Sherlock.
What, last name shit Sherlock, first name no?
Well, I guess we've got a murder investigation to do. Got 2 days to do it before, and then we're pissing off.
We need to lock everyone in the room.
Oh fuck.
We need.
Suddenly, you see the dagger begins to glow as Thane Broderick's body kind of flash vaporizes into dust and then kind of he basically chars and then crumbles into dust.
Oh, that's
awkward.
yeah. Simon, do you have a direct line to the Necrodancer?
No, I don't have message. I'm sorry.
After a brief moment, Tobin kind of like everyone's just kind of like cries in money. Oh my god.
Cries in money.
Tobin finally pipes up. Did he sign the will? And then you see like all these people you've been talking to kind of like exchange glances. And then Theremin's like, indeed, did he? And he begins to make his way up toward the stage.
Wait, we can't let him.
I love him just struggling to.
Good day, Moon Doggy. We got a murder has been done.
A murder.
Big murder
There's been a
happened.
murder.
But all these people you've been talking to are kind of making their way up there, and Mr. Mountain Hall gets there first. He's like, he hasn't signed it yet. And then they're all you kind of see all these people kind of like a collective, oh, like a kind of a thank goodness.
I'm just
Dorian's
gonna
got
say,
got some paper out and his
Yeah,
ink and stuff, and he's just starting
I'm-
to write down everyone's name.
I just walked to the bar. I can't remember. Yeah, I just.
People he remembers. Just to have something.
Whales and money.
I tell the bartender to give me drinks and to supply free drinks because everyone's gonna need a drink after this, but me especially.
He goes, well.
Yeah, Doran will join.
Theremin goes, well, that's a relief, but still. That means someone in this room is a murderer.
And no one can leave till...
No, we can just take everyone's name. We can take everyone's name. We can leave the room, but I just need everyone's name, and then everyone can just stay around in the thing.
We got a party of people who've killed people here.
You see kind of a green magic glow in his hand as he holds up a gem. And then he kind of snaps his other fingers. And you find that suddenly bars begin appearing along the windows and doors.
Outer doors or the doors of this room?
The outer
Do we
doors.
still have access to a bar?
Okay.
You still have access to a bar.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
He goes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid after this tragic incident against a high-ranking L.E.O official, we cannot allow anyone to leave the premises until an investigation can be conducted.
What about us L.E.O people?
I think we're definitely suspects.
You know what? I'm fine. I'm just going to be drinking at the bar.
Well, our facilities will remain available to all of our guests.
Yes.
We apologize for the inconvenience, but there are legal matters which we must observe.
Well, if you want, I can take everyone's name down who's in this room so that we don't suspect people who are outside the room. Because that would be silly.
He looks at you. I knew there was something I liked about you, lad.
Doran's already has been just writing names that he can remember, but he's got no clue who
Before
most of the people are
anyone
in
leaves this room, please talk to the little orange man.
He's bigger than you.
Isn't he 5'9"?
Yeah, he's bigger than that dwarf.
Yes, but this dwarf also weighs like twice as much as Dorian, if not more.
You mean the skinny orange guy then?
To a dwarf, is there a difference?
Yes.
No. Anyway. So everyone's just kind of murmuring to themselves. Does anyone want to insight on their police investigation skills?
Oh, Zen, I'll leave this up to you. You've done very well in insight so far today.
I'll go ahead and roll an insight. Give it a shot. Hey!
Hey.
Fucking A. So, Ozen,
I think we
as
got
it
it.
happens,
No,
after you escaped your
No. It was. No, it's not Ozen.
Oh, no, that's
Yeah.
Rayleigh. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Ozen did nothing.
Ozen,
I'm sorry.
your shit. Illard, you immediately take charge of the situation.
Somebody died and I gotta rescue this man woman.
You've during your time at the temple, one of the things you did to pass the time was to read detective novels.
He read
Sherlock
Poirot? Yeah.
So your favorite kind of novel. He's like, I know what to do in these situations, and you hold up your L.E.O badge. That's just justification. We need to make sure.
L.E.O police.
We need to make sure not to disturb the crime scene.
Wow. Look at him being a proper crime fighter.
All right, Moondoggy, have fun at work. Don't work too hard.
Work.
Don't do
very
anything I
hard,
wouldn't enjoy.
which would be not that much.
Alright, first things first. The closest witness. Where's the man woman?
The man woman.
The
You've not
human,
been reading our messages.
the human woman, Brandon. The human.
The human woman.
Oh, you mean Vera?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's still on Sage. Grieving the loss of her husband. to
I'm gonna
be.
slide all up in that.
What you mean her husband to be? You mean she's crying because of the money that she lost?
Definitely her husband, yeah.
I go up on the stage and try to comfort her.
Oh, poor Broderick, he didn't deserve this.
Nobody does. It's okay.
If he fails,
be
then I'll
okay.
go charm her.
Project 21 just starts vomiting police tape around the.
For some reason, it comes perfectly formed and it's already starting to be taped up against the correct things at pretty high heights.
Do we have any chalk? We need to mark out where the body was.
I've got plenty of chalk.
Yeah,
We got
Simon, you need
Dorian-
to,
Dorian
you need to
bought a
draw
lot
a
of
circle
ritual
around the
chalk.
ash pile.
I bought some chalk especially for the situation. Is the dagger still there by any
Can I mark
chance?
Can I mark the area around his body with his own char?
No,
He doesn't have a body. The body's been destroyed.
no, the dagger out burned up with the body.
Oh, interesting.
That's a good way to remove a murder weapon.
Yeah,
Why am I
it's
speaking? I'm
almost
getting
like it was
drunk.
purpose built to be a murder weapon. It
Why am I
destroys itself.
speaking? I'm not here. I'm getting pissed.
Yeah, you're getting drunk.
Where's Lug?
Or maybe it's protection magic.
Probably getting drunk too.
Lug is probably getting drunk. Magic.
Lug's
ice
outside with the good boy. You're getting drunk.
Lug will not have immunities. Lug is going to the bar.
Don't worry.
He can't get in the bar. We're locked off. You bad.
No, we're not. It's the outside walls that are
Oh.
closed.
Yeah, he's
Inside
outside
we're
with
fine.
good boy.
Wait, he's outside the building.
Yeah, he's outside with good boy.
Why would you be outside with Good Boy when inside there is beer?
Because we
It's
have
Good
beer on the
Boy.
carts, and
Yeah.
he loves good boy. Good boy's not allowed in.
Of course he's allowed in.
Lug will not have beer and play with dog.
I mean, just, when does Good Boy get a chance to just run around for a while,
Exactly. Why would Lug not want to be with his good boy?
Because it's dark. And
So?
Good Boy doesn't have dark vision.
Oh, that's true. Well, we need. Well, we need.
Nice. And built-in police state too.
Oh, God.
Continue.
I will take this opportunity to ask her if there was any that she could,
If there's any what now?
like anybody who would want him to pass away or be gone or that.
She's like, well, I could think of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 hours later.
127, 138,
Well, they're the 7 people who were in the wheel before.
Are they all here presently?
I mean, Broderick
Answer the question!
kind of made a whole speech about each of them.
So they are here. Awesome. Can you point them out to?
Of course.
I'll stop him and say I'll go talk to Vera.
There's
Whatever her name
there's the actress Ilaria.
I'll go
Carlos'
speak to Ilaria.
His son Tobin, Tobin Goldpike. His nephew, Freehair Dolan Cavendish. Colonel Grimshaw Bronzetoe, retired.
Yeah, where is he? He
Where's-
walked away and we haven't seen him since.
He's been he was over by the cocktail shrimp. Leech 1, Leech 2, Cabbage, Leech 4. His business
I'll
partner,
go. I'll just go discuss this with the actress in her
Hey.
room.
Hey Ragnar,
Yeah.
why don't we take over the study or something like that? I can set up a zone of truth.
Yeah, you go do that. I'm gonna go discuss.
And you can be a wonderful interrogator there.
That sounds like a good idea, but can I ask her in her
You
room?
can also do that first. I
Okay,
understand.
thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you.
It's just after that.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine.
I understand your motives now.
She needs someone.
And then,
I think I
and
can
then
help.
she says finally, of course, his business partner, Therabin, Mountain Hall.
You know him, Simon. You
Interesting.
know him.
Yeah, it was the guy who was talking to me. And the guy who went up on stage afterwards. I'm pretty certain.
That's a mine.
And determined that the will wasn't changed.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be out of my jurisdiction to tell those 7 rules to line up along a wall?
No, me and Dorian have a plan, but first
What
I
a
need to take the actress to her room to make sure she's okay.
I mean, it's conceivable that you.
Only me if the Vinegar can join you.
Yeah, but you haven't been here long enough. You
Oof.
next session, then yes.
Yes.
Yes. But
Yes.
right now it's just me and her. You can keep your girl. Okay.
But yeah, so those are your kind of list of prime suspects, the people who were in the will. Who were
Please
being-
be noted that you're also a suspect.
Make a deck save.
Oof. I'm
Gonna
gonna get
slap you right on the face. Oof.
fucking miss!
Through the tears in her eyes, she kind of flails her arm at you, and she's like, "How very dare you!"
Bro, you need to fix that.
You gotta understand protocol,
Tap
lady.
that.
Sir. Ma'am.
Did you just call her a sir?
No!
She finally goes,
Humanoid
"Ah,
creature.
never," and she gets up and runs out, basically.
But the doors are locked.
No, not these
No, no,
doors.
no.
The outer doors.
Oh.
So we can go to our rooms. That's why I said I would take her to her room.
Yeah.
You know what? I can calm her down if you want.
After a
This is
time,
locked.
after time,
These windows are locked.
after time, you hear a voice kind of filling the entire hotel, as Therabin uses some sort of magical PA system to project his voice through the hotel. And he says, "Guests of the Grand Dorssica, I apologize for the disturbance, but because of the incident this evening, I have had to contact the Alliance authorities, and they have informed me that an Inspector General will be dispatched post-haste. We can expect his arrival in the morning. Until then, the premises are to remain in lockdown." That is all. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Good night.
As members of L.E.O, can we investigate? Talk to suspected parties. We have a sense of neutrality here.
Do you?
We do indeed. We have no idea who you fucking people were.
Yes, but Goldpike was a fellow L.E.O member.
Still, we're not going to judge. We don't
If you
know it.
wish, again, I wish to possibly commandeer the study room. I'll set up a zone of truth,
I could charisma him to try.
and then we can all admit to not doing
Yeah.
anything in this case. We've never heard of this place until however many hours
who are
ago
you
we
telling
arrived at
this
this
to?
place.
Who are you telling this to?
To whoever
Me
Ragnar
and
was
Dorian
talking
are
to.
together.
Who was Ragnar
Yeah.
talking to?
The guy who was on the intercom.
Okay, so you're talking to Therabin.
Yeah.
I respect what you're trying to do, lad. You seem like a good lad and all, but there's procedures and protocols and whatnot.
Who gives a shit about procedural protocols? There's a murderer on the loose. Do you want to
I mean,
die?
I mean, you make a strong point there, lad.
Yeah, I
mean,
do. Now,
Yeah,
shut the
That's
fuck
a
up.
good
and let me
point,
do what you
actually.
want.
We have just locked down the place with the murderer still here.
Like, we can.
We don't know
we can-
what the murderer means other than he wanted to get rid of old Broderick. I mean,
How do you know about that? Maybe.
Broderick spent many years an adventurer. He has all kinds of enemies.
Look, if it's a person who's in the will, then they're going to kill everyone else who's in the will to
And-
get the most money.
Also, want you.
I'd
the person-
appreciate it, sons, if you wouldn't get all the guests into a tizzy.
We're not going to get them into a tizzy. We're just going to ask them a question in the zone of truth.
With chloroform.
You
Yeah,
don't think that
maybe
some
later.
people might take that the wrong way?
Well,
Oh,
who
most
would?
definitely would, but at the same time,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, someone died.
I mean,
I'd take it the wrong way if they said no.
Have rope.
now look, I don't know. He kind of looks at you. I don't know what it's like down in Underdark, but
Excuse me?
up this side,
No, 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 no. You will not say that to me.
we don't
This is
live under
what
authoritarian
century is
rule.
this, Brandon?
We are a free society here, and
We're a
people
free
have
society.
rights that have to be observed.
Just because I'm a druid does not mean I'm like them.
I'm not meaning to suggest you
No,
are.
no,
I'm
no.
simply
I
saying
know what you,
that
I know what
perhaps
you, said.
you
No.
might not understand that some people have a right to privacy.
I will probably hurt you if you continue. So shut up.
It's right there in runes of rights, okay?
Well, there's
No
a murder on the
unreasonable
loose.
search and seizure without due authorization.
We're not searching them. We're just asking them a simple question. This does not violate any rights that I'm certain of.
His name is Theremin.
I don't know what that means.
That's
Person grabs Thurman by the shirt and says, "Look, pal, there was a murderer. Why don't we separate all the people who are in the will, lock them in their rooms, and then pull them out for questioning? If they pass, we let them go. If
We
not,
don't even need to lock them into their rooms.
No, he just needs a zone of truth.
Yeah, they just need to come to the study.
but while
he
we're
make-
waiting,
He makes a perception check. I don't see no Inspector General badge on you, boy.
I have one.
He's been tinkering one all this long.
Expect a Schmanuel. He's going to be here in what, a day?
Morning,
The amount of
hopefully.
people that could be killed. Think of the reputation this place would lose. Think of the money that your potential customers you'd be losing out on.
so why don't you play by our rules? And
Because I have
Just-
legal obligations.
Says who?
Says the kingdom of all dwarven kind.
Ugh.
The
Can we just
sons
knock
of
him out?
Dunnan.
oh wait, what kingdom were we in again? Oh right, the Outland. We aren't in your kingdom right now.
He has a point.
No, this is dwarven territory.
Oh.
The High Peaks might be the territory
Territory,
of the
not
giants.
kingdom.
The High
If-
Peaks might be the territory of the giants, and the hill country might be a little bit more of a Wild West situation. But here we recognize the authority of the Crown Alliance, of the King's Alliance.
I am a member of the Black Guitar family, and you will recognise my place among the dwarvish people.
And I'm albino.
According to
I've been alive.
According to the tablets of dwarven kind, no man or dwarf is above it law.
What about the king?
No,
How about the
even
man who's been alive
not
for
even
3,216 years?
would be above dwarven law?
But I'm an elf.
Yeah, he is an elf. That is true.
Yeah, you're an
I'm not
elf of the
bad.
Twilight Empire under the accords of the Treaty of 5.
Yeah, but like you said, I'm from the Underdark.
Recognize
have
it the
treaties.
authority of the dwarven realm over all persons what pass through their territory or
Simon's
reside
ready to
therein.
Knock him out without,
Doran's walked away, don't worry.
Oh, okay.
I've gotten so
Okay,
bored of this guy
Right,
talking
okay, can I
about
distract him?
bureaucracy and.
Can I distract him?
He's a dwarven businessman. Of
Exactly.
course he's
It's
concerned with
boring as
bureaucracy.
heck.
Can I distract him, Brandon?
Probably.
Yeah, okay. Do you want to get on that, Orion? You know.
Dorrance walked away, remember?
Yeah, we have earpieces. You
Oh, yeah.
just get someone, to help you round them up. I'll distract him. Right, okay. Can we talk about the business proposition of this? How about we go to your office and we discuss this like gentlemen?
Dorf, how about
I've lost a dear friend this evening, sir.
Okay, go to bed then.
and we'll call you in for questioning tomorrow.
When the Inspector General questioned you tomorrow.
Why don't you go lock yourself in your room and hide from murderers?
I'll murder you in a minute if you don't.
I'm not scared of a murderer.
It is a very nice study lounge.
Yeah, have you added my my lightsaber to my attacks and spellcasting?
I don't think so.
No, thought not. I want to interrogate the wife's husband. Fine then.
Interrogate, integrate, same thing.
I'll go take the actress to her room then. Make sure that she's safe. If she's one of the individuals that are most likely to die, and if you don't die in the morning, well, that's just good then.
So
But if you do die in the morning, then that's fine.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
I'm taking the actress to her room.
I'll have Project 21 patrolling the hallways.
Yeah, my recommendation for tonight:
Take people to their rooms.
when people are going to the rooms and whatnot, we have someone keeping an eye on the hallway to,
Yeah,
make sure nobody's sneaking around.
my construct.
I'll stay with.
How many hallways are there? How many bedroom hallways are there?
No, we need to stay around the people that
One
are vulnerable
hallway?
to death. who die
This is
Simon.
the bottom floor. I'm pretty certain there's more floors.
How many floors are there, Brandon?
7.
7 floors, right? Okay, Simon, we need to split up the people and put them outside or inside their doors.
They're going to go to their own bedrooms, but yeah,
Exactly, and we need to make sure that our people are either inside of their doors to make sure they're safe.
Sure.
The people that are most likely to die, that is. So we need to put them on different areas. So how many people we got in our party?
Not enough.
How many of the people in the will are there?
7.
7 people. How many people are in the party at the moment, including the constructs and any,
Okay.
The construct can just.
So there's Illard,
The construct doesn't need to
Dorian,
sleep, so
Ragnar,
he's irrelevant.
Orfear, Biako, Lug,
10
Ozen,
here?
and Project 21 are here.
So 10 of us, so we can have
8 of us.
at least 8 of us. We can have at least.
Yeah, there's 8 of us, including constructs and Biako.
Look-
Although I don't generally recommend having just Biako, being just a cat.
Good thing we have 8.
Contract, yeah.
Okay, so we'll split up and look after each one of those people.
You also have Adrin, Ara, and Yagissa and Celatham.
Don't we
hanging
have
about.
Dozak's lady?
Yeah, that's Yagissa.
So, the construct can patrol the halls while whoever for that floor is resting.
Right. No. We don't.
How
need
many
to-
floors are these people taking? Are
We
they
should
taking
really
all 7
control-
floors?
We should really stay
Well-
outside their rooms.
Give me an insight, Dorian.
Because if we do all the halls, then we're leaving massive parts just unprotected. If we protect the main people at the time,
I don't want to
there we
stay
go.
awake all night.
you don't have to. You can switch with someone.
That's the thing of...
And I'm pretty sure I
Wow.
won't be awake.
Would anyone like to see if they gather something really obvious?
Yeah,
As these
sure.
people have kind of all scattered at this point.
What, you want
Investigate.
me to do an insight as well?
Yes.
Don't know why I'm doing it. Oh, I got an 18. What are the chances? Actually, I rolled a 19, but got -1. That's great.
It occurs to Ragnar. Hey, wait a
Of
minute.
all people.
We don't actually know where all their rooms are.
Yeah, that's why I was asking. That's why I was asking, which floors do they take?
You could just, look at ask the hotel clerks.
Gee, where would one find such information in a hotel?
Yeah, the reception desk.
The front desk.
So let's go front desk and then let's go to their rooms. But if there's already people still here, like the main important people,
You
somebody's gonna escort them.
you go to the front desk and you find that Therabin's still sitting there. He has a couple of people either side of him.
What's the Wi-Fi?
Important questions
Non-existent.
asking
It's
here.
terrible. Zero signal.
Wow, this
Hasn't
is a
even been
terrible place.
invented yet.
Christ.
Oh,
0 out of 10
Well,
on TripAdvisor. No Wi-Fi.
Carriage
Hey,
advisor.
just a little joke.
All right, so you go to the front desk, and he's sitting there, and he's got a couple of kind of burly-looking dwarves either side of him.
Meets time.
who's still in the ballroom?
At this point, you've spent like about an hour bickering, and everyone's just kind of left.
Oh, okay, excellent. Right. Can I charisma room and ask him where everyone's sleeping?
You could probably ask him if he would mind if you could see the guest register.
Yeah, that.
Okay, sure. Give him a charisma.
Because my charisma is shit.
Mine's not any better.
Your charisma's not any better. You're a fucking bard. Oops.
Josh. No, I mean that roll that I've just.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I
He's
don't think I
like-
passed.
That's his wisdom save against your
Yeah,
suggestion.
I got that.
He's like, I don't know
Hey!
about that.
He did it! He got crit!
And
May I see the registry?
Illard gives him a little charisma, and he's like,
Well, we don't like each other anyway, so it's fine. Not me and Illard, me and that guy.
I hit him with the classic, I forgot to sign my name.
That works. That works.
he's like, oh, I that's weird. I suppose it's all right.
Thank you, kind sir.
Yeah,
Yoink.
he opens up the guest register for you.
Now where is the man woman? I mean, let me sign my name down here, sorry.
Give me
Guess what I have to do an insight?
Give me a perception and an intelligence.
Perception?
Yeah.
Garbage. Intelligence, eh?
Okay. You managed to get a glimpse of it. You do manage to find a reservation that's set down for Thane Broderick for 2 in the master suite.
I was walking one day,
Who would have
And that is
suspected
who?
that?
old man.
It
Who's
is.
in the master suite?
It is on It is on the central spire,
Staring into the distance.
up past the 7th floor.
And who is there?
That's where that's a room that has been reserved by Thane Broderick for 2.
Rasped behind me.
Ah,
Interesting.
okay, perfect for you.
A voice like a
Perfect. I'll go there.
wrinkled and often used.
Could you find out where the actress is?
Donde está actress?
Sadly, his perception was not good enough for him to have gleaned that information.
Damn it.
Well, it's on the table now, right? So can't they kind of like look over my shoulder?
Well, once you're done signing your name into it, I imagine
Can't I use sleight of hand to take it while they're talking?
he would probably notice if his guest register goes missing, since it's kind of a critical piece of the operation of his hotel.
Well, yeah, but not if I take it for a moment while they're speaking and then I put it back.
Okay, so you're going to, Illard, you're going to need to roll a performance to distract him, while Ragnar attempts a sleight of hand. Okay?
19.
You don't any more than I know that you do.
Okay, Dorian's done it instead. That's even better.
Sure.
I have a 5 on my sleight of hand, but I'll take this.
I have a 6.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, is he seen through the performance?
I had a 19.
Yeah, he's also got a 19.
Yeah. We need to have a roll off.
Yeah, giggity.
So
Just roll 1d20.
Yeah,
Alright.
roll a d20. You gotta beat 15.
Oof.
Oh.
oh,
Okay.
Oh,
He's maintaining this conversation with you, but he's still a little bit vigilant. But I don't think he's vigilant enough to fucking best Dorian unless he crit succeeds.
can you even see over the desk?
This is a hotel which he and Thane Broderick built.
we have
They
to.
both
You have
being
to.
dwarves, I imagine they made it dwarf sized.
You have to. We have to crouch down to see him. Even I do because I'm a big dwarf.
Oh,
Project 21.
I don't think he.
Wait, can I send Project 21 over to give disadvantage to the guy?
why? It's not even necessary.
He
No,
doesn't need it.
yeah, he doesn't need to.
It's Dorian he's trying
Yeah,
to go against.
23.
Dorian Super Spy.
All right, Dorian,
I
you
just
managed
need
to
vitamin balls.
pull the register over.
Simon, note. You're really good at perception. Note down where the VIPs, let's call them, are.
Oh, for God's sake, I don't have keen mind yet. It's really annoying. Yeah, I'll scan for real quick. Just latest page in the page before he notices.
Okay, give me a perception.
Simon, find out where the actress is.
Holy shit.
This might be a little bit late. Can I just like follow this scent?
They've been here. Some of them have been here for days. Their scents are kind of everywhere.
Gotcha.
Dorian, roll a d4.
I give you a free.
Okay. Roll a d6 3 times. Reroll any repeats. Okay,
4,
not,
2,
not a
6.
problem. You find the room where Tobin Goldpike is. You find Colonel Grimshaw Bronzetoe's room. And you have a sudden realization that Therobin probably has a room in the staff area. But what you notice about these rooms, they all seem to be about as far away as they can reasonably be.
Great.
It almost seems like they probably intentionally try not to be near one another.
I've got a feeling they're all going to be on each floor.
That is a sense that you have about it, yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh well.
I'll give up and go to my room. Be like, fuck it, you guys can deal with it.
So, what are we doing then?
I've gone to my room.
I want to go check out.
21 is just going to be patrolling the hallways.
There's 7 floors of hallways to patrol.
Can I check out that room meant for 2 that I found out I'm at?
Sure.
Oh, how long are each of the hallways?
You make your way up the floors, up and up and up until you finally get to the tower access, and you realize that the door to the tower itself is locked.
Interesting. So, can I peer through the door?
You kind of peek through the keyhole and you see stairs going up to the tower on the other side of it.
Ah. I guess. Is there any way for?
Is there any way for what now?
I was trying to think of a way to get through the door without breaking it down.
You mean
knock on it?
The lock.
pick the lock?
I'll pick the lock. I'll give it a shot.
Do you have a block kit?
Do I?
No.
Have you tried knocking?
Have you tried going, FBI, open up?
I knock very heavily and shout, "Elf police, open up!"
Brandon, I like him. He can stay.
I like him too.
You notice around you that a few people seem to be kind of peeking out of their doors to see what the ruckus is about.
I don't know who's behind this door, but I am an elf and I am a police officer.
Not that door, from further down
Oh.
the hallway.
Oh. Hey, you! Can I, go down there and try to talk to them? Or do they shut the doors before I get down there?
They're not interested in talking to you.
What if I ask nicely?
You just disturbed them by pounding on a door, making wild accusations.
So it was always the elf police.
Yes, a wild accusation to throw them out.
I guess I'll have to post
I mean,
my
the police
messages.
could be asking questions because he could be a potential witness. You don't know.
Right. I guess I can't really do anything right now because I don't have a lockpicking kit. The only thing I can do is actually bust the door down, but I'm not going to do that. So, I guess I'll just go to my quarters.
Okay.
So you've bashed on the door and then went, I think it's better if I don't.
Maybe tomorrow, let's try again.
Alright, Dorian. So you know where Tobin is staying, where Colonel Bronzetoe is staying, and you have a pretty good idea where Theremin himself might have private quarters. Of course, he's not there now because he's kind of at the front desk.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to act on any of that information?
Nope, because I have no clue what to do with it. I just knew we had to get some information from this.
Okay.
I'll slide it back. It's real sneaky, like. It's like he never knew what was gone.
So everyone, I guess, then just kind of turns in for the night then?
Well, I was already gone. I already went to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. Someone else is gonna die. It'll be great.
And I'm sure we're going to continue this the next session.
What time is it?
It's quarter
It's not
past
that
9.
late.
4:16.
Oh, it's 9:15 now. Continue. I
Yeah,
thought
I
it
was
was
like, what are you talking about? It's not been that long.
I thought it
No.
was very much later.
We're gonna roll for a chance event.
So is that D20?
No, it's not a roll that you make. It's a roll that I make.
Oh,
D100. Damn.
Mm-hmm. Percentile dice.
ooh.
Mm.
So, as you sleep through the night, everything goes through pretty peacefully, actually. And the next day, you wake up, and there's a knock at your door.
Well, all of our
Who's door?
doors.
Everyone
Oh, okay.
at 9 a.m. sharp.
Doran's definitely.
I answered the door naked.
I just shouted them to tell them to fuck off.
You answer the door, and there's
I don't answer the door.
there's a young servant man there, and he's just like, "Good morning, room service, sir."
Well, now you can have some room service. Now you're naked.
Ah!
It was the plan all along.
How old is said servant?
this boy will pleasure you nicely.
The guy's just like, oh, nice.
They are 46.
The 46?
That's young for an elf, isn't it?
Dwarf.
I'm 200, so.
Dwarf? That's young for a dwarf.
It's very young for a dwarf.
Yeah, I'm 55
Still
and
past
I'm
maturity.
considered just about an adult.
Yeah, this is probably like their summer job or something.
Oh, this is a trap. I'm not gonna. I'm good right now.
It's a trap in more than one way.
Let me get dressed, and then you can come and service my room. And all that stuff.
Dwarf legality is like 35. You're
That's not what room service is. Room service is they're asking you if you'd like breakfast.
Oh!
fine. Well, this
You're
is
thinking of
a certain
housekeeping.
Oops.
type- You can have a certain type of breakfast.
Do you have any, like, raw meat?
I believe that could be arranged, yes. Would you prefer smoked or...
Would I prefer what?
Smoked.
Smoked. Nah, just
Yeah.
raw, man.
You eat raw beef.
Half of me does.
He pulls out what is essentially kind of just a sort of leg of mutton, basically.
Alright. Now, I'll take this. Thank you so much, if you'll
I've got to get changed now.
I'm gonna eat and get changed.
Poor kid.
The grown man enters his door naked, asks for like a month. Shut the door in his face.
He works at a hotel that primarily services adventurers. I'm sure he's seen many things.
Hence, poor kid.
Just to clarify, when I eat the leg of mutton, I'm probably gonna eat it in wolf form.
Okay.
Just so you know. Oh yeah, I don't get verbatim.
Anyone else going to answer the door for
No,
The
I'm
door's
just-
unlocked.
No, I just told them to shut the fuck up.
The door's unlocked and there's a murder.
And if they said there's three,
My door's unlocked. I don't care.
I'll tell them to...
Dorian, what do you expect?
a kindly old lady brings in a tray for Dorian and sets it down on the table in his room's lounge.
Well, I also asked them to come in. I've shouted them.
Careful. There's a whole bunch of papers on the desk. One including the original paper with all the names down.
She says, "All right,
Into
dear,
my
just
room,
make sure
Brandon."
you mind the syrup."
Oh, I'll have plenty, don't worry.
They came into my room.
No, she's letting you know to mind the syrup so you don't accidentally knock it over when you pull back the cloche.
Yes. Thank you.
And she kind of sees her way out.
I wish to eat food.
A young man enters into your room, Ragnar, he has actually unlocks the door. Curiously, it seems they have staff keys. So, surprise, surprise.
Oh, you think that?
If someone knocked on my door, I'd put them in a hold.
I'm just like, I asked them to come in. Can I? I'm like, mate, can I borrow your key for a bit?
I was like, well, I'm sorry, sir. Sorry, it's afraid that's against hotel policy.
Can I charisma him?
No.
Can we charisma the DM?
No.
I mean, fucking Nathan can, because they know each other in life, so they'd be able to, you know, be charismaed. We can't do it over the internet. It doesn't work like that.
Roll for
Can't
seduce.
charisma someone over the internet.
It's the thing of, you know, he kind
Part
of
of the
preferred
job
not to
description.
lose his job.
Yeah, it's a part of the job thing.
Fine. What is this?
Well, as he pulls back the cloche, and you're almost a little bit taken aback, but it's like literally Ragnar's favorite thing to have for breakfast.
How did you guys know? Why have you given me a pepperoni pizza?
I'm not really sure, sir. We just get the orders down in the kitchen and bring it up.
Okay. Sure. Thanks. You can go now.
Of course, sir. He kind of just bows his way out.
Don't bow.
Part of the job, sir. He calls as he closes the door.
Like, do we all be in our rooms right now? Like,
Yeah, it's morning. We just woke up apparently. Well, or getting up.
Yep.
well, I mean, like, should we be in here?
Yeah.
You hear a little chime that plays out over that magical intercom system. It's like
And it's now 6 p.m.
You hear a more pleasant voice. Good morning, guests of the Grand Dorssica. We do apologize for this early announcement. However, we have been informed by the authorities that the Inspector General will be arriving this morning. Please do not be alarmed. We do ask that all guests please offer your full cooperation.
I have hacked into the PA as her boss.
And just started snoring into it.
And the little tone plays again, and the intercom goes off.
And then Monicum comes back.
Anyway, I think probably Orpheus and Seltham are going to go back downstairs.
Dorian will meander to the study with papers.
Oh yeah, Seltham's a rogue. That he probably actually has usable skills.
Oh, thanks for telling us, Brandon.
I told you guys this many moons ago.
Yeah, we forgot.
I
You
just
say he's a rogue,
I
but
just,
Dorian.
I just kind of, well, he's a mastermind rogue at that.
Well, I'm gonna make my way to the bar. Just like,
It's 7 a.m.
Then he should be chatting. It's 9.
It's nighttime.
Is it 7 or 9?
It's 5 o'clock somewhere in the world.
At this point, it's probably about 9:15, 9:30ish.
Then yeah, Dorian would have been downstairs by 8:30.
I just
my
Because
giddy
after
aunt.
I'm at the bed with my covers over me, just like.
Some
yeah.
of them has expertise in persuasion and perception.
I mean, yeah, because we think he's a mastermind. They're focused on people.
What's his modifier?
He has a
Perception
+9 to stealth and persuasion and sleight of
Okay.
hand.
I'm better than
Why did he not grab the book?
Yeah.
No one asked him to.
Well, no one realized. You control him.
You control him, not us.
So there's no way any of us would have known. I was like, yeah, we probably would have taken it.
Yeah.
Ah, well, we have Dorian. He's fine.
So anyway, Orpheus and Seltham are just kind of in the lobby, just kind of chatting, waiting for this inspector dude to show up.
I walk in with like a bunch of beer, just like, you want any?
Bunch of beer with the bed covers over your shoulders.
Yeah, just like, anyone want any?
Joke on them. I'm also an inspector.
Seltham's like, I think I'm good for now.
For now. How about you, Orpheus?
Another time.
Go on, have one. On me, please. We've never drunk together, really.
I don't really drink.
Yeah, all the more reason.
Amazing.
Can I persuade you?
You can try with disadvantage.
That'll work. I'll just roll it twice. My instructor. For some reason. Yes, with persuasion on Brandon.
Uh,
You can roll again for advantage. I don't think you'll be able to beat that anyway.
It'll be a critical success.
No, I'd have to be a critical success.
Yeah, so go roll again because you can have advantage.
That's like double disadvantage though. So...
Yes, it was room service.
Wait, it was room service. Did you put the room service boy in a hole? I debated seduction to what
Yeah,
Right,
Orpheus like, yeah, fuck it, whatever.
How about you, Dorian?
Hmm?
How about you? Do you want a drink?
I'm in the study.
Oh, okay. Who else is here?
You're definitely gonna be.
How about Ara?
She is upstairs with her daughter.
Who is in this room then?
Just those two.
Okay, excellent. I'll just drink with Ara.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that these guys are in their thing. I'm going to assume you're here in the eating room. I don't know where you are, Yeldrin.
Well,
Yellard.
I'm probably gonna try to attempt to persuade the investigator that I'm also an investigator with my fancy badge.
The investigator's not here yet.
When he gets here, of course. So
How
I
is he
would
gonna
assume I'm
get
down
in?
there waiting for him to arrive.
So, since you and Orpheus and Seltham are down here, Seltham's like, so, did anyone else find it strange that they knew exactly what I wanted for breakfast?
Oh, you too. I had a pepperoni pizza.
I don't know why they brought me a small child.
I find it quite, how do you say, unnerving.
Well, we are members of L.E.O. Well, except for you.
Yes, I don't believe I have any formal affiliation with the L.E.O. Or if I do, they have not told me, so. Jesus Christ. Anyone else
I
have
feel
any...
like you need to do a roll if you don't drink beer. Of Constitution.
Orpheus has resistance to poison.
Oh. Shame.
Yeah, it's a fun perk of...
Doesn't mean immunity, though.
No, but it's also beer.
So.
It's
I'll
not
give you
like
something
it's
stronger
arsenic.
next time. I'll give you something stronger next time. I found new drinking buddy.
Oh, did I not make a token for him? I'm sure I made a token for him. Do. Sorry.
Oh my god. I'm just having flashbacks to how long it took you guys to get me out of that crystal.
Yeah, well, a lot of it comes from when things are just kind of there and everyone's just like not doing anything when they could be doing things. Dare I?
Can I roll an insight just to see if
What do you want to insight?
Yeah, well, you said the night went by pretty peacefully, so I would insight to see if I see any of the potential suspects.
Okay, sure. But if I use this token, it means I'm going to have to use it. No, no, no. They can just be happenstance lookalikes.
So I got a 14.
What were you inciting again?
If I see any of the potential suspects.
Okay. No, you don't see any of them. They don't seem to have come out of their rooms as of yet.
My love is still in her.
Just then, you hear a knock at the door. The main door.
Is it a Jehovah's Witness?
No.
Okay.
Door's locked.
The
I put the person in hold.
the hostess. You begin to cast the spell, and you feel it start, and then suddenly the spell breaks.
Interesting.
But you feel the magic kind of drained away. Give me a perception check.
Oops.
You notice wards along the door have a very faint glow as you feel the spell being absorbed.
Thing.
So
that's
the lady who is currently working the front desk kind of comes up and pushes you aside and pulls open the door.
That's rude.
Yeah, that is really rude. He's a guest.
I'm a big boy.
Not you, Ozin.
Oh, I don't care.
You're not
That's
at
fine
the
then.
front door currently.
Yes.
I put him in the hold.
You can't leave the door. There are bars.
But then how did the other person get through?
He's magical.
Magic.
She goes, "May I help you?" He goes, "Yes, hello." He holds up a very fancy-looking bag. He is, "I am the Inspector General. I understand there has been a murder."
Is this the Spanish
I
Inquisition?
am French.
Is this Poirot?
Oh, Francois.
I am Inspector Dunit.
Wait, what's your first name?
Are you here, Ragnar? I thought you were in the dining room.
Yeah,
She
could
goes,
you ask what his
"Oh,
first
of
the
name
other
course,
is?
one-
Inspector Dunnet. Inspector Dunnet, we've been awaiting your arrival.
Is his name who?
Please, step forward." Yes, it's a pleasure to meet you. You are... I am Miss Room.
I'm. Oh.
I am currently working the desk. Mr. Mountain Hall has retired. He spent most of the night keeping a watch over things. I am pleased to hear this. I will want to speak to him at some point, however. The doors kind of close behind them. He's like, "You there.
Me.
You look like a human, but you have the pointy ears."
Okay, you racist.
I'm K touched.
Yes, I heard of your kind before. Where was you in this
event was occurring.
In the ballroom with everyone else.
Ah, so you were a witness.
Not quite. Someone used the spell darkness.
Oh, I see. Very interesting. It must have been a very powerful spell. I understand that this hotel has wards which absorb magic. To have it last for so long before the dispelling took effect, it would have to be quite powerful, no?
I assume that this may be a myth, because my construct next to me is powered by magic.
Even if it
And
is
I have not-
powered by magic, there are many things that are powered by magic that still have some level of functionality. Unless it is attempting to project an effect out. I mean, I'm not exactly a wizard by any means. Perhaps if you'd like, you may contact the authority of the hotel and see if perhaps they might have someone you can speak to if you'd like to know more.
Alright.
Wouldn't it be I am? Información mágica. Then,
Anyways, would you like to see the scene?
I'm sure I would like to speak to you again, Monsieur
Ozen.
Orsin. Yes. For now, I would like to see the murder scene, if you may, Miss Orim. Yes, please. You may call me Anita. Very well, Mademoiselle Anita. Please lead on. For clarity's sake, this person is a gnome.
Oh, right. Of course he's
Isn't that the same thing as a dwarf?
Huh?
No.
No. Literally no.
That's so much more racist than what he called him.
How dare you? How absolutely dare you?
Hey, he was the one that said racist stuff first, so, you know.
He's pretty much a dwarf. Just smaller. More gardeny.
Monsieur Ozen, I would like to suggest that you do not interfere with my investigation.
I mean, that's why I had my construct.
I may be forced to.
I had my construct.
I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I do not wish you to be falsely implicated. No.
I literally set up police tape for you.
Yes, like I said, that was very good thing for you to have done, to have secured the crime scene. However, now that I'm here to do the investigation, it would be most
Sorry, I'm just spelling
beneficial
bullshit.
for you to not tamper with the scene in the further.
Okay.
Thank you much. We'll speak to you later.
Right.
Did anybody else find it weird he
I was
only questioned
Really
him?
giving him the middle finger as I leave.
Ragnar's had a good effect on you.
Alright, so Inspector Dunnett's doing his thing. I assume that all of you guys are where you were and have kind of overheard bits and pieces of this exchange.
Yeah, sure.
So, how do you proceed?
Stay where I am. Not much going to be done.
Well, the investigator's here, so
Yeah, but he can find me if he wants. He can.
After a few moments, Inspector Dunnett continues his investigation in that room.
I love how we're just having this long conversation. I'm sorry.
What?
You do realize that as a gnome, he also has pointy ears.
So that makes him a dwarf elf.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Is like gnomes kind of look like small elves.
So he's a gremlin.
A little bit, yeah. After a time, you see him.
Gremlin isn't racist.
After a time, you see him come out of the room with Miss Room, and he heads up to the front desk, and you see him press on a small little gem, and you hear the tone of the notification PA. It's like, and you hear him speaking in. He's like, "Attention, guests of the Grand Dorssica. My name is Inspector General Dunit. At this time, I would like to ask that all guests please return to their accommodations, and then we will approach you individually to take statements. I thank you for the cooperation."
Do we have mini fridges in our room?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yay! I'll go in there anyway. I don't have to go to the bar.
So he sets up a sort of little he kind of sets up shop in the study.
That's Simon's place.
I've been booted out.
Well, they did ask you all to return to your accommodations.
Mm-hmm. I take all my paper with its pins and strings.
All right, I need everyone to roll initiative, not for combat.
Oh, thank God. Hey!
Wow.
Got a 19.
Oh, look, we got another person who has a point in fucking initiative.
Got a 19.
Oh right,
I'll take it.
I guess Orphere's got to go as well, doesn't he?
No.
What about Lug?
Oh.
Lung's just drunk on the ground.
Tom,
Yeah,
you want to roll for
let's-
Lug?
He's already passed out.
Yeah, sure. Look.
New gnome boss fight.
Quick, everyone, get to the study. Kill the guy.
Okay, Iliard, as the person with the highest initiative,
Hello.
there's a gentle knock at your door.
Well, I'm not naked this time, so that eliminates any type of lawsuit.
Wow, it's crazy.
And you see two officers there. One is an elf and one is a dwarf.
Okay, so they're not completely racist. Okay, I open the door and greet the elf.
Like Iliard Yeldrin.
That is me.
Yes, the inspector would like to speak to you, please.
Wonderful. I want to speak to the inspector.
Well, how fortuitous.
Me no comprende.
They escort you down and escort you to the lab to the study. You sit on a table and he kind of sits on a kind
It's
of
on a table.
at a table.
There you go.
He's sitting on a chair with books stacked up on it.
Something paid me like a French woman.
There is,
It's one of your French girls, Simon.
there's a pitcher of water there available to you, and the inspector has a magical
Don't drink the
notepad
water. They're trying to steal your
floating
DNA.
next to him, and he's kind of sat in this chair, and he has a cigar that he is
Was
smoking.
the floating orb swing by any chance?
What?
Does the floating orb of light slowly swing?
Floating orb of light?
You said he had a floating orb?
No, I said he had a floating notepad.
Notepad.
And quip.
Very different.
Yes, those are very different things.
It's only half.
And I'm swinging back and
He
forth.
takes a little
Also
puff.
swinging back and
He takes a little puff of the cigar, and as he exhales, you
No,
see.
no, no. He
that-
has a pipe.
I'm not done. You
No.
see that as he exhales the smoke, it makes a perfect ring in the air. You're not really sure quite how he's done that.
Magic.
He goes, Mr. Yerdrin.
Wait, you're not gonna blow a ship for it?
I kind of want to hear you say my
Alright.
first.
Idiard.
Okay, you're good. Sorry.
I have some questions. I have some questions for you, Monsieur. I understand that you were in the dining room when the event occurred.
Sorry, one more time. I'm not trying to be funny. I honestly didn't hear it. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Grabbed a little bit.
I understand that you were in the ballroom when the event occurred.
Oh, yeah, I was.
Now, leading up to the murder, can you please tell for me any things that you noticed that was possibly out of place?
Okay, well, first thing I noticed was that there was another elf in there. I know this because I can sense. So I went and talked to him, and apparently he likes to race goats. So I talked to him for about a solid half hour about racing goats, and then told him I fell out of my bed and he lost interest. So
Am I to understand that this is Monsieur Eresberiel Galonardel, who is the godson of the deceased?
yeah,
Yes.
and then I went and talked to the deceased's wife? Question mark?
Fiance.
So are you referring to Miss? Are you referring to Madame Celestine?
Yes, my soulmate.
First name Vera.
You're talking about the human that's like, looks kind of elvish, is more human than elf.
My understanding is that she is half elf.
Yeah, I talked to her. And
That
the only thing suspicious was I asked her why she was there, but she didn't tell me. She said it was a secret between her and her husband.
I understand from other interviews that I've conducted today that Monsieur Goldpike had called several members of his family and friends to announce his engagement to Miss Celestine, on that he had, well, he went a little bit German there for a moment.
I can tell.
And that he had made
Hey, mama, sing it off.
alterations to his will.
Yeah, I thought that was a little odd. The fact that he took away 7 hairs for just his wife. It's a little fruity, don't you think?
I suppose it seems a bit strange, but
I mean, come on, the vagina can't be that good.
such things they have been known to happen before.
Ah! Okay.
The
Well-
the Dwarven legal system is quite robust.
Agreed. I would. Well, after I finished talking to her, we stopped talking when the deceased took the stage, made the announcement, and then everything went black, like when I got drunk last time.
It is my understanding that the elf people often have the dark vision. Do you have this ability?
I do possess dark vision, and then some, but it blocked literally almost every one of my senses from seeing. All I could do was hear. I couldn't smell and I couldn't see.
Yes, that is consistent with other reports we have had. We are under the impression that this darkness must be some sort of spell.
Yeah, it was really dark, and all I heard was screaming.
Yes,
My childhood.
imagine
But,
that many people, when they are suddenly thrust into darkness in a safe place, they often react with concern.
And then
I
after
think
the darkness left,
Hmm.
then when we could all see again, all I saw was the deceased with like this like weird flaming, looked like a dagger sticking back. And then his body proceeded to like ember up and kind of break down into char and ash, as well as the dagger itself, because it wasn't up there. Because I went up on the stage afterwards, and I attempted to console his wife and almost got slapped.
Yes, you seem like you have one of those faces, possibly.
I can't exactly reach yours. I'd have to stoop down, but we don't talk about it.
It sounds like you are describing some type of curse item. Are you familiar with curse items of any type?
Cursed items? Not necessarily. Blessed items, yes.
Okay, I understand from you are affiliated with L.E.O, are you not?
I'm affiliated with what?
L.E.O, the organization, the League of Extraordinary Outcasts.
Oh, L.E.O, gotcha. Yeah, I'm part of them. Why they put me on, I have no idea.
I understand from your background as well that you are some type of religious acolyte.
Yes.
What did you
Yeah.
just say?
I'm a religious acolyte. Yes, that is me. I worship Sanin, the moon goddess.
Is a very common thing amongst the elves and my people as well. This guy went German again. I understand that you have been in this hotel for multiple days prior to the event. The hotel register indicates that you arrived around the same time as some of the people who are affiliated with Monsieur Goldpike.
I mean, yeah, I was here for about a week before people I'm with now kind of showed up and took me.
Oh, some might say that is long enough to have, how do you say, cased the joint?
Oh, yeah, I've been here for a minute and I know the place. A thing about it, though, another suspicious thing that happened before this, don't know if you want to make it noteworthy or not, I came here with a party. Like, it was me, another elf, and a couple other guys. But over the course of the week of me staying here, the other three disappeared without a trace. And since we've been together for years, so I would assume they would have told me if they were going to go anywhere.
3 missing persons a few days before a murder. That is very suspicious, yes. I thank you for that information. For now, that will be all. You may return to your room.
And I will forgive your transgression against my beautiful face.
Indeed.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your time.
Alright, who do we have next?
Look at it.
Oh, fuck, it's Lug!
The person who wasn't there.
Well, he's just like,
Who wants to play Lug?
I would play Lug.
Okay.
I have consumed enough alcohol to play Lug.
Lug gets escorted inside. Monsieur Lug Newt.
Just call me Lug.
Sorry.
Lug. Okay, that will do, Monsieur Lug. I am Inspector General Dunit. With King's Alliance.
Gnome.
Yes, my stature is much, you say, reduced compared to yours, Monsieur. I have a few questions for you, Monsieur. It is my understanding that when the incident occurred, you were not present in the room. Is that correct?
Actually, he was.
That is correct.
No, he was in the bar.
He was with,
drunk.
he was at the bar.
He actually was in the ballroom.
May I ask, what was your location?
I was at the
that
bar
time?
with Good Boy.
Oh, you were at the bar, and is there anyone who can collaborate with this?
I don't remember anyone there. Purely dwarf man was not there.
So you are saying it was only you and your dog?
Yes.
So, so you did,
Good Boy is very good boy.
Okay, so only your dog would know that you are there. That is the problematic. Do you have any affiliation with the deceased?
Who died? Someone died?
Yes. Is this a
And it wasn't Lug?
No, you seem to be in relatively good health.
Pardon?
Your health seems to be relatively good.
Yes, sure. I alive. But Lug did not go killing, no? Otherwise Lug would be happy and parade around like trophy. Who died?
Monsieur Luke, it seems that the item used on the murder was a dagger. Do you
Shoot the
have
dagger!
any skill
Not use
with
the
it?
shield only.
Shield only, okay. Are you familiar with cursed items of any variety?
What cursed other than bladder right now?
I thank you for that information, Monsieur Luke, but really I only need information relative to the case. Have you noticed anything suspicious in this hotel?
There is no beer here. Where is my beer? Puny gnome.
Amazon, they can have some sent up to their room for you.
Da.
Well, Monsieur Luke, you're unable to account for your whereabouts. That is a bit problematic, but at this time, I think you are okay to return to your room. I will make sure that they have the beer, or is it called the Peacewasser?
Yes,
In
beer!
your room. Alright.
Okay, I go now.
Next up is Ragnar.
Oh, okay.
Fuck.
What a change around.
He dying. That was hilarious.
You should see John doing it. It's even better.
Oh yeah, John is the best at it.
Yeah, John does Lug like no one else can do.
Let me
it.
see. Lugnut, no alibi.
You forgot to add the accent.
Hello, Monsieur Blackcutter.
Just call me Ragnar, please.
Very well, Monsieur Ragnar.
What's your name? I overheard it over the radio. What did you call yourself?
I am Inspector General Dunit.
What's your first name?
My first name is Hugh.
Your name is Hugh Dunnett.
That is correct.
Do you not see the irony in what you're doing right now?
I am certain I do not know what you mean, sir.
Your name is so say who? and then say "done it."
Don't eat.
So does that not sound familiar to your name? So who done the crime? Who done it?
No, sir, my name is Idonet.
Yeah, but it's never mind. Right. Okay.
I am certain, sir, I've never in my lifetime heard this before.
Uh-huh. Do you tell many people your first name?
No, I find that occasionally they have adverse reactions.
I wonder why. Yeah.
I am certain I do not know, sir.
I probably
S'il
do,
vous
but
plaît, monsieur, I am the one here to do the interrogation.
sure thing. Go ahead. Why not?
So, Monsieur Black Guitar,
Hold on. Do you mind if I just start playing my lute? I'm a bit bored.
as long as it is not a distraction for you to answer my questions.
No, but it'll make the questions go a lot nicer. And smoother.
Suddenly, a whole bunch of rock music starts playing.
Yeah.
So, Monsieur Guitar, I understand.
No. It's Ragnar. Don't call me my last name.
Yeah, Monsieur Ragnar, please.
Lose the monsieur as well. Just call me Ragnar.
Very well, Ragnar.
Thank you.
My understanding is that on the evening of the event, you had gone onto the platform prior to Monsieur Goldpike.
Yes, that is correct. I was performing with the band. You can ask them if you want to.
Oh, I'm quite certain that you have performed on this stage. It is my understanding, however, that you are not one of the registered performers.
I'm not one of the registers. What?
Performers.
What's that? Oh, performers. Oh, no, I'm not. I work with Leo. I'm part of the Team 6.
Yes. I understand that before this, you live on the Underdark.
Yeah, ages ago though. But you know, it's been a long time before after that.
So I'm to understand then, there will be nowhere within the Alliance where I will find any record of you.
What? Sorry?
A record?
Record?
Yes, documentation of your activities prior to your joining the L.E.O.
No, you won't.
Do you, Monsieur Ragnar, have a history of interaction with cursed atoms?
Does my loot count? I think it's the curse. I don't know what it is. Weird.
You admit that you do have access to mystical items?
I would
questionable origin?
Probably. Questionable.
Have you ever, Monsieur Ragnar, engaged in activities which are of life-threatening nature?
Such as?
Such as the infiltration, the deception, for personal gain, and for compensation.
Not really, no.
Do you have a relationship with the deceased in the event?
Didn't have a clue who he was.
I understand that you were seen prior to the event interacting with a Miss Ilaria.
Ah, the lovely actress. Yes, she was beautiful, don't you think?
Yes, the mademoiselle is quite gorgeous. Very tall.
Huh?
Very tall.
Pardon?
That is quite exceptional.
Oh, yes, yes. I haven't seen her act. I just mean she's just beautiful. But yeah, I was chatting to her.
She suggests to me that you had asked her questions that were probing in a jail. But she was able to use her own wits to preoccupy you.
Yeah, she did. Very enticing.
For what purpose were you interested in information from Mademoiselle Carcisis?
Does this matter?
This is an investigation for murder.
Yeah, but this is stupid questioning. Aren't we going to ask about the murder?
Do you have information about the murders that you would like to?
God, no. That's all you need to know. One minute it was dark, the next minute a guy was dead. So I went to go get a drink and then had an argument with what's his face?
You engaged in an argument?
Yeah, with I forgot his name. We were trying to help out find who the murderer was by putting everyone in a zone of truth. Me and Dorian were.
I see. And you say that Monsieur Mugenhel, he was resistant to this idea?
Yeah, he was very resistant. Like, he didn't want to go in it himself. I explained that there's a murder on the loose and we're all locked in here. It could be possible another person could die. Why not try and get this over and done with early? We're members of L.E.O. We can't exactly... If we killed someone, then we'd lose our money.
That is true, but it is possible. No, that perhaps someone offered you more money. No?
Pardon?
However, Monsieur Ragnar, I have a question for you. Did you notice anything that was out of place?
That was out of place, like what?
Suspicious behavior? Someone who may have been hiding a weapon?
No, really. Oh, right, yeah, that, the lady I was talking to, she was talking to the Colonel, and she looked very sad, and while the Colonel looked very happy.
Colonel Bruns too. Thank
Pardon?
you for that information, Monsieur Ragnar. That
No
is
problem.
all the question I have for you at this time.
Okay, thank you. Yes, yeah, just, I'd suggest asking Dorian for help. He'll probably be really helpful here.
Sadly, Dorian rolled the lowest initiative.
Yep, I get to go last.
So, we meet again, Monsieur Austin.
Oh my god. I already told you pretty much everything. The only way I know that it was a spell is because I have my construct, which has dark vision. That is literally the only thing I haven't told you.
Your construct was unable to record any of the telemetry involved in the case.
I'm sorry, but you're gonna need to speak more clearly. I don't work well with accents.
The construct, the Projet 21,
What?
is not having any of the ability to record information at the time of the incident. Is that correct?
It was not able to record anything. It doesn't have that ability, period.
That is very unfortunate. Perhaps I understand your artificer. No, perhaps it's something you may consider.
Telling you how to do your
Again, it has memories, but that doesn't mean it's a non-stop recording device.
Merely a suggestion for improvement.
I tried making it as close to a regular being as possible. And it's gained subsentience.
That is very interesting indeed. However, not particularly relevant at this time. But I do thank you for the information. Did you or your construct notice anything out of the ordinary in the ballroom that evening or at any time since your arrival at the hotel?
Are you supposed to be doing something right now? The only thing I noticed is that some heavy music was being played.
Yes, there, Monsieur Ragnar. I understand that you arrived with Monsieur Ragnar.
Look, man, I already explained everything I know.
Monsieur Ragnar, he is a bard, yes. He has the ability to create illusions, no?
From what I understand, he's the only stable person in the L.E.O team that I came here with.
You're too kind.
Interesting. Can you think of any reason that Monsieur Ragnar would have for wishing ill upon the deceased?
No, so I don't think he was close enough or agile enough to throw something and hit.
I understand as well. You, Monsieur Ragnar, is from the Underdark.
Braces.
And I understand as well you have traveling with you not only a drow prisoner, but another drow as well.
Okay, Okay, look, buddy. I am over 3,000.
Well,
I was
you are looking very good for your age, monsieur.
I wasn't done. I was sent back in time 3,000 years, crystallized for another 3,000 years. So, I just got out of that crystal, and I'm just as lost as you. I could be totally wrong about him being the most stable guy. Who knows?
So
Maybe
you're
he's
saying that you're not having a great experience with this group.
I'm not having a great experience with you.
Am I to understand, sir, that you are suggesting that you are becoming uncooperative?
Alright. I'll take a step back. Calm down. Alright.
Did you say, yes, I am in shooting?
So now that you see things from my perspective, you can understand that I'm a bit lost too.
Oui, monsieur. We are only here interested in following the facts until they lead us to the truth. I understand that as an artificer, you interact with a lot of magical items, no?
I didn't build any magic knives that disappear.
Do you have any conception of how such a device might work? Oh god, he went German again.
Just say you're European.
It's nondescript European.
Yeah.
Well, look, I was distracted by the music. So I didn't really catch what was going on.
Do you have any interaction with any persons that you met at this hotel?
If my construct counts as one, then yes.
And what was who has it did you interacted with?
I'm sorry?
Who was these persons?
I said my construct.
Yes, who did they interact with?
No. I interacted with my construct.
Yeah, European. You're saying that you were at a lavish party and you do not interact with any of the persons there.
See, I quote unquote died 5 years ago in an explosion. That's what sent me back in time.
So you are saying that you are not having social aptitudes.
I suppose so.
Very well, Monsieur Ozan, that is all for now. Thank you for answering my questions.
And thank you for letting me go. And mumbles under his breath, finally.
Oh fuck. Well, I'm not gonna sit here and talk to myself. But he has a little back and forth with Orpheus, who basically explains that he's spent most of that time dealing with his family to be. And then finally, Dorian gets brought in.
Yay!
Hi.
Alors, Monsieur Crawfield, you are Dorian Crawfield, yes?
Pardon me?
You are Dorian Crowfield, yes.
I am definitely Dorian Crawfield.
I'm Inspector General Dunit.
Can I just call you Dunit?
You may call me Inspector.
That's fine.
Yeah, Inspector Dunit.
I'll call you Inspector.
Very well. My understanding is that on the night of the event, you were observed having a conversation with Monsieur Mountainhull.
That's correct. Yep.
Did you speak to any other persons as this gathering?
No. Mostly had snacks.
I
A bunch of-
understand the food
yeah.
at the Grand Dorssica is quite good.
Oh, it's pretty alright. I'm really impressed that they managed to import hobnobs all the way from the. It's crazy.
Well, the Brexit zone.
Well, yes, as the island declared its independence is very, very impressive indeed.
Yeah, it's just crazy how they managed to get anything out from that place. It's mad. I wrote a whole bunch of notes, if that helps.
I would be very interested in the notes.
I've got on me, I take out one sheet and hand it over to him. This is the entire list of everyone that was in the room. Absolutely everyone was in the room. So, you know, possibly people outside the room probably were not to do with the thing.
Okay, this will be something you will be try against our chaos as well.
And I also wrote a small timeline of what I can remember.
Oh, excellent. You are already making my job with the most easier.
Oh,
Do you
I don't
have
want to be stuck here.
one question, Monsieur Crawfield?
Yes.
I understand that you have some knowledge of magical items.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Have you ever encountered anything such as this knife that was used to kill Monsieur Gulpike?
A curved dagger that appeared after darkness in a room that supposedly absorbs magic and then disintegrates itself and the person. I've never heard of such a weapon before.
You seem to have a good idea of it works.
I'm just going by what I saw. You know, darkness. I guess he fell over because there was lots of screaming. It was really hard to hear anything to do with the stage beyond the screams. Light came on. There's a massive dagger sticking out the back of his back.
I understand
And it
that you are the Genasi, the fire variety.
I wonder how you suss that.
Is my understanding that you should have the dark vision.
Yep.
Were you able to see anything?
No. So I believe this was magical dark vision. Darkness.
That is consistent with what we have heard from the others. Have you noticed anything suspicious since you're in for a year?
Around the place, not generally. During the time, there were a few things going on that I can remember.
Such as?
The Mr. Mountainhole seemed very handsy and rough. I think he was a bit drunk.
He is a dwarf. This is not in uncommon condition.
Yes. So it's just a case of I'm not sure about that. And the nephew and son, I can't remember their names. We picked up we picked one of them up on the journey here. I've got the name somewhere.
Yes.
I can't remember the name anymore.
I understand you're right with the Florhill Cavendish.
Yes, we arrived with him, and him and his cousin were both chatting to each other. I don't know what about, but they seemed very, very unhappy, to say the least.
That is useful information, Monsieur Profil.
It's definitely something. And also in my timeline, I hand him a piece of paper, which is just a list, basically just a list of what I believe the timeline is. I'm still writing it, actually. In the timeline, the very first thing that was checked after, he disintegrated was the will. If that says something.
Yes, the will that Monsieur Gulpike was not able to sign.
Mm-hmm. Well, the very first thing checked, and people seemed very relieved. I mean, yes, there's a lot of money, but...
The inheritance is something that often inspires people.
Yeah, that's just the case of... It's the first thing that was checked.
And you wonder, Monsieur Crewfield. Clearly, the person who committed this horrible act must have had some time to prepare. We suggest that they may have had fair warning of the
marriage and the change of will. Yeah, that's what I've been thinking as well. Of who else knew beforehand.
It is my understanding that your people they have in their position casually an affinity for reading the future through divination techniques.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any social abilities, Monsieur Crowfield?
I do have a tarot deck, if that's what you're speaking of. I hate it so much, but I do have it.
This is interesting. Yes.
The fates
Crowfield,
generally don't play well.
For the time being, I would like to offer you the opportunity to return to your room at this time.
That's okay. Hope my notes help.
Yeah, I'm sure they will be invaluable.
I have plenty more in my room.
This is all that he could carry.
I just came with 2 sheets in my room. I've taken one of the walls and I just started pinning up pieces of paper with little bits of information here and there about different people and trying to link people up, and I've got string and little pins everywhere. Who has relation with who has motive, who has anything like that, trying to link to the center. And all of it's very incomplete.
So, Monsieur Whodunit is trying to piece all of this together. You guys, of course, being L.E.O members, have the ability to communicate with one another.
Mm-hmm. Like we've been doing for the past ages.
Yes.
Wait, have we queued in a fucking Nathan's character into our communications channels?
I assume he has an earring, so I imagine it wouldn't take much. It wouldn't be that much effort to link them in.
Just double check.
Anybody else think he was racist as shit?
What?
Anybody else think he was racist as hell?
Yeah, he really didn't like me. He had a. He really didn't like me. He kept hinting about me being a Druga. Did anyone else get that? Them hinting.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, thank you.
He said my face was very slappable. I told him I would slap his, but I can't reach that far down.
What's the connection? Slams on Coco on the desk. So, Orpher says,
Logan's drinking the bar. Everyone else is in their room besides Dorian,
I'll
who's...
be in my room.
I low-key might get a drink
No.
after that conversation.
Honestly, I bet the whole entire place would want to kill him next.
Like, why couldn't the dagger take him? Oh wait, he wasn't here.
he was
Maybe the dagger will take him.
Because of the dagger.
I hope it does. I really hope it does.
Like, I was half ready to just tell my construct to start attacking him.
So, this is This is like post interrogation.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What was
Okay.
Orphe going to say?
What was Orpher going to say?
Yeah, he said Orphe.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
you just stopped.
Orpher wonders, do we have any concept of who it might be?
Well, I assume it's none of us. Simon, could you get a truth?
Could I get a what?
What was it? A zone of truth?
Zone of truth?
Yeah.
I mean, I can.
Do you
To
have
see
that?
if it's any of us.
Do you have that permanently?
No, I've just got the. I've drew the card, and it's a
We'll
10-minute
keep-
thing.
That's a
Yeah,
shame.
it lasts for
later
10
then.
minutes.
So,
Plus, I can recast it twice with my weird abilities.
so what you're saying is we should probably try and narrow it down
Yeah.
to suspects we think it might be.
The trap with the knife in the ballroom.
So,
I didn't mention
the thing
tried
with
to
that
use it,
dagger,
but he didn't. They didn't seem right. Did you?
the thing with what we saw, I'm not sure about the darkness bit, but the dagger itself would either have been created by someone who was really powerful or bought by someone who was very wealthy, and that does not narrow it down at all.
Can we
Yeah.
sense a magical presence in the facility?
Sense of what?
Like a heavy magical presence?
I mean, I can do detect magic.
Well, I mean, you'd feel
But
it around
apparently the
you.
walls are magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Not sure how well that's going to help us.
yeah. Plus, we've been told to stay in the rooms. Makes it a bit hard.
Yeah.
Wait, you told us to stay in the rooms, not my construct.
I think your contract counts as part of you in this case.
So everyone has had some interaction with some of these people.
Mm-hmm.
Did anyone notice anything suspicious?
I mean, I didn't because I didn't talk to anyone.
the two people talking, the colonel and the woman. That was suspicious.
The only thing that I will cast my thing on is the nephew, cousin, the guy we picked up, and his cousin chatting to each other. I didn't get what they said, but they did not look happy. That's literally all I've got.
Colonel and the actress as well.
Hmm?
The Colonel had the means to kill. He was part of L.E.O.
I was thinking of doing clairvoyance there to listen into their conversation, but then I thought, nah, I don't care enough.
Well, that bites us back in the ass.
Be
What
clairvoyant,
about
Marvellous.
the goat racer?
That guy.
He seemed awfully full of himself.
For
They
a
all
guy who
follow
raced.
themselves.
Well, did any of them incessantly talk about specifically what they do?
The goat racer did.
So he stands out as being particularly full of himself.
Fortunately. And then, of course, the wife, of course, wouldn't give me the for why she was here in the first place.
They all
Wife,
seem
husband.
snooty enough to do it.
So what
The way
what
I
I'm
mean,
hearing
I
is
just think
we have nothing, is what I'm hearing.
I'm thinking it's coincidental that he's gonna like drop the will and give it to his wife.
Oh, it was defo coincidental?
That's a little. That sounds like a little blackmail. You know what I'm saying
Or magic. Charm or something.
I was thinking possibly magic.
Yeah.
his
but
wife
I
is
didn't get
suck-
anything like that from her.
From what I understand, she appears to be a relatively young half-elf.
Mm-hmm.
Where would she have
Go back,
gained
Kara.
such skill?
Appears to be. It's the imperative one.
I can attest. I can agree with that. I need to know her inside and out.
Physically and literally.
I mean, that was the aim, wasn't it?
Yep.
Name of the game. Let's just hope she doesn't learn me inside. I'm not trying to figure that out.
Do you
I'm not about that.
Do you possess unspeakable wealth?
Do I
What's going
possess?
on?
I mean, I don't quite possess it per se, but could I acquire it or insinuate that I do? Definitely.
All I can say is
like
none of us are rich
music.
enough to get a dagger like that.
No.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm flat up broke.
Hmm?
I'm flat up broke.
How much would that cost, do you think, Simon?
Something like that with a very, very specific that it does two very, very powerful things. It's gonna cost a lot. Making an untraceable dagger. I'm pretty certain when we looked at the ashes, we didn't see any specific ashes that were different between body and dagger. So, yeah, untraceable. That's gonna cost a hell of a lot to
That sounds
manufacture.
an awful lot like something from an Assassin's Guild.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe if there's a rogue in the well, we should check him first.
Or someone who's adjacent to a rogue.
Or someone who might have the money to hire a rogue.
Mm-hmm.
The
Or all
goat.
the above.
I mean, it's just a case of
I
thinking.
mean, they'd all have the money to hire a rogue.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good point.
So that gets us nowhere as well.
It doesn't help that, yeah, they're all rich. They all kind of want this guy's will, money.
I think
The only thing that will make anyone unique, really, would be who would have known beforehand.
The actress was talking to the young woman beforehand.
Yeah, but this has to be knowledge from not today, but from
Crap.
ages ago, knowing to figure out the weakness of this place's defenses so that you can cast a darkness spell, as powerful as that was.
True.
It would require
Whoever cast
someone
that.
who knows intimately the workings of this hotel.
or Gen can acquire the knowledge of the hotel.
So we need to see who can do that.
This is
I
all
mean-
living back to the wife.
The
Or
people who
soon
would
to
know
be.
this place would be the
The co-owner,
Head.
Theremin Mountain Hall, comes to
the
mind.
co-owner and the head guard guy.
The son, Tobin.
Mhm.
Tobin, yeah.
Probably he
Cousin.
came to greet us, so he's probably part of the family trade.
That's a fault.
I'm pretty sure someone heard I'm pretty sure someone heard someone else tell them that the colonel, I believe it was either Ragnar or Drayli,
I said something about the colonel.
heard that the colonel works security for Mr.
Mhm.
Goldpike.
Yes.
That is true.
He might have such ability as well.
But if
Though,
he worked security, he would know this lockdown would have happened.
and just to bring it back a bit, I'm just going to bring it back to the brothers. We did bring brothers, cousins, whatever. One of them we did bring back and is with his box of stuff that we have no clue what's really in there.
He also has his
So
butler.
it could be more than one person.
He
Yeah, it
also
could be a
have
group of
butler.
people.
There's more a case of whatever was in his box could have been
Yeah,
carrying this.
Are you suggesting that we aided a criminal in transporting a magical weapon?
Possibly.
we can claim ignorance.
We've got full ignorance.
Yeah.
I don't have to claim it. I do have it.
Yeah.
You weren't even with us.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, we blame Dorian. Dorian brought him aboard.
God damn it, not again.
I forced to pay. I asked him to pay, but he said no.
So Selthan did a little insight. But I don't think he has any way to communicate with you guys. Fuck.
Nope. Unless they have a
Okay.
message spell.
Can I attempt to meditate to remember any details that I might have forgotten?
Sure.
What kind of throw is that?
That's probably what, like history.
I wonder.
Darn.
Is this? It's not ritual.
Gonna fatten.
Wow. Yeah, with that low roll, no, you don't,
Remember anything?
nothing really sticks out to you. Well,
I don't know, but what can we do? Just stay in our.
I could.
we'll address that in a moment. The question is, if we get the ability to go interrogate a hand, like say one person, who are we going for?
If you
Colonel, I'd
want me
say.
to.
The Colonel's been acting suspicious.
I was just listening to this, reading this. Sorry. One sec. Yeah. So one of the wonderful things Fate has added today is the wonderful spell of clairvoyance again. So if you want me to, I won't be able to put it up in the tower because I've got no clue how high that tower goes. But if you want me to, I could either watch or listen for a while, 10 minutes, one of the people around.
Who is in the tower? It's the wife. Is
There,
Or
the
that's the
fiancé?
wife.
Yeah.
Well,
The trap.
the not the wife,
Fiancé.
the what you call it, the
widower.
no, What do you call an engaged person?
A fiance?
Fiance. There we go.
I've been saying it for the past 5 minutes.
My fiance, gotcha.
A fiance? Is that like a fiance for a mafia member?
I can only do it once because it's not a ritual spell, annoyingly. But
Do you choose to see or hear?
it's either see or hear. Hence,
Well, if we see, then
I will be listening in most definitely
we need
because
to definitely listen.
voice is more important than movement. I
I
would
can listen
argue.
outside of a door if need be. I've got really good hearing.
You don't understand.
Like
this
supernatural
place is
hearing.
Big.
Yeah.
Hence, it's just a case of we kind of know where a few of the people's rooms are. One of them's in this tower. I can't put it up there because it will be the opposite side of the door, which you said was a staircase. So I won't be able to do. I don't know how high that staircase goes, so I won't be able to listen to there. But anyone that
Oh yeah, and you
normal
only know
rooms-
where 3 of the people are.
Mhm.
The son, the colonel,
Well-
and the business
Well, together
partner.
we know where we know where 1 is because we know where 4 is
Yeah.
because we
He
have.
literally
we're
said he
working
can't
together
hear
right
into the tower though.
Yeah,
Okay,
he can't
that one's
hear.
useless.
now. Okay, well then.
Technically, I could put it behind the door, but there's a staircase that probably leads to another door or something like that, and it'll be a waste. So I'm going by what I can more or less guarantee, which is the 3 that we know, possibly. And 2 of
Well,
them
we
are
need to-
people who I would argue, are more suspicious in terms of what we've got: the son and the
Definitely.
army guy,
The colonel.
Girl.
colonel.
The one with the rat.
Sanders.
Wish.
He's got chicken?
He is a chicken.
What about mutton?
Speaking of which, how's that game going for you?
Huh?
Speaking of which, how's that dating Colonel Sanders game going?
Oh.
Sadly, I didn't get to go out with him. It was so disappointing.
What?
No.
So invested. Actually, I wasn't watching it because I was busy on Valentine's Day.
Yep.
He must not have been finger licking good.
I would have made for a good, reasonable business partner, but not a good lover.
Yeah, because you had all the side dishes down.
What you had all the time? Jesus Christ, Simon! How much KFC have you eaten in the?
None.
No,
I don't
okay.
like it.
Okay.
Do I? I only like the.
So,
the
what are we thinking? The son, the colonel, or the business partner?
Colonel.
Colonel Sanders did it.
Well, in this case, it's Colonel Bronstow.
He seemed suspicious.
So you're going with the colonel?
Yeah, I'll go for Colonel. No, that's my one. Like overly suspicious.
I think.
What has he done that's been overly suspicious, though?
I think
Like,
it's
I know he had a
drunk.
conversation.
He had a bad interaction with the actress.
Hmm.
Ah,
She was crying, and then she seemed fine afterward.
She wasn't crying; she was annoyed.
Ah,
Let
that's fine.
Ragnar believe.
in his mind, she was crying.
Hashtag Ragnar facts.
If you're mad at me, you're crying.
Okay, you listen in on the general,
Colonel.
colonel, whatever.
This is your
Sanders.
story.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of things.
Holy shit, this is a very wonderful song, apparently, on Pretzel Rock. Surveillance drone. Perfect.
The fucking fate out there looking out for you. So, you focus in. You're listening, yes.
Mm-hmm. Just listening.
How's your dwarvish?
He has comprehend languages.
I do have comprehend languages, but this is concentration, and comprehend language is not concentration. Holy shit. So I'll be able to understand it literally.
Oh, perfect.
It's crazy. So if he uses any phrases or anything that only dwarf people would understand dialect-wise, that will be just literal translation.
You hear him having conversations about something about the money, and you hear him say he has a headlight.
He has a headlight.
He has headlights?
On his car?
An excellent headlight.
Oh.
He says something about a food hole.
Food hold?
Food hole. H-O-L-E.
Okay, food hole.
Something that sounds dirty.
Multiple food holes throughout the kingdom.
What the fuck?
Right.
He says he has a new forge plan.
Uh-oh.
Cool.
It involves 12 taste items. For something about crispy rocks, or not crispy rooks, excuse me. And that's ROC, not meaning the bird, not the chess piece.
Can I tell, is he talking to someone or is he just chatting to himself?
You hear someone else kind of grunting and huffing, calling him. They say that he has gravel between his ears.
Interesting.
And that Durin's folk, excuse me, have no interest in chained food holes.
Oh, is he talking? Oh, for God's sake.
Yep. I kind of got the picture when he started saying food hole. Kind of started realizing what was going on.
I couldn't resist. The opportunity was too good.
It kind of got very obvious when he said crispy roast.
Yeah, I thought so.
Was that my fault, or was it?
But he turns to them and he says that their family's forge recipe for side dishes would be of great investment. And then you suddenly hear him go, "What are you doing?" And then you hear, "No, stop."
Who says that?
The Colonel. And then you hear a kind of gasping, gurgling sound.
It's when you switch to sight.
No, I can't.
No, unfortunately.
and then you hear a kind of a soft thud, and then it sounds like something kind of sliding.
No,
down
actually,
a
as
wall.
an action, you can switch hearing and seeing. So I switch to seeing.
Oh, excellent.
As soon as I hear the no stop, I switch to seeing. Sorry.
What you see, it takes you a moment to process, but you see a blurred figure.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it blurred?
Trying to hide his presence.
Mm-hmm.
They appear to be wearing a black hood.
Mm-hmm.
And they have the very wicked-looking dagger that's currently soaked in blood. And you see the colonel kind of slumped against the wall. And then you see the person, they just kind of... If it weren't for the fact that you know so much about magic, you would have thought that they just disappeared. But you see the very telltale outline of a misty step.
Interesting. I snap out of it. Guys,
What's up?
I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Yeah.
We're gonna miss out on a whole bunch of crispy rooks. It's terribly bad news, and wow, got another good spell. Because he was going to set up a beautiful franchise. He was entirely innocent and is now dead.
Who?
Cut the colonel.
The 11 herbs and spices are gone?
Hmm?
The 11 herbs and spices are gone?
The secret recipe
for
that he
legal
had.
purposes, the
Come.
forged recipe required 12 flavor reagents.
Lots of dirt and spices. It was going to be in a collaboration with Sipsco. Clearly.
Oh yeah. Oh god. Yeah. He could have franchised. They could have had dirt beer.
Mm-hmm. Dirt beer and crispy rooks. Who wouldn't have loved it?
Dirt mutton.
Dude had a winning plan.
Mm-hmm. Now he's very dead.
Wait. Did he write down the recipe?
He didn't say the recipe.
Well, of course he's not going to say it, but did he write it down?
Can I get the crispy root formula?
If he had written it down, there was no papers out. I've got a feeling it was only in his head.
I imagine this is kind of Ragnar's idea. God, if we only had the recipe, we could steal the idea.
We could.
We could open up our own food holes.
I mean, seeing how twisted and paranoid Ocean is getting, I wouldn't be surprised he would come up with that idea to steal it.
So yeah,
You've been to the future, right? Do you know what this place? Is there anything like this in the future?
No, we are the
I've been to
future
the
to him.
past.
Oh, right, okay.
Open your food holes. I love the idea that the dwarven word for restaurant is literally food hole.
It makes
just a
sense.
hole where you get food, you know. And you just stick it into your own food hole. Yeah, so he's... On the plus side, he was innocent.
From our food hole to yours.
This is some weird ribbing, isn't it?
Wow.
What a fucking slogan.
It does write itself.
I love how you're dying.
It genuinely does write itself, though. That's the annoying thing.
Amazing. Carry on.
Jen was dead. On the plus side, he was innocent.
So yeah.
On the downside, he's
could-
very
The general is dead. Why don't you lead with that? But I mean, that was a good idea. We should steal it.
I mean,
so
I
we can
did say-
definitely rule out the general then. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I did catch a glimpse of the guy. There's not much detail which I can say. He just had the cloak, and it was it was like he had the blow spell on constantly. Just really annoying.
Well, we do know they are a powerful mag.
Mm.
Clearly,
And when
magic is involved.
he left, he just used Misty Step. He didn't even mention Door, the bastard.
He's magic.
Not sure where he went to.
Somewhere within 30 feet.
Yeah.
If they had Misty
but
Step,
the general was
they
on
use
the-
the spell Darkness.
Huh?
If they had that spell, why do they need to use Darkness?
They didn't use Darkness there.
But why do they need to use Darkness on the whole entire ballroom?
Mystery.
There's lots of people.
Because it was
Yeah.
a ballroom full of people.
Yeah, we were all watching. You know, it would be really awkward if a blurry person appeared behind you. And everyone saw. Well,
It's just more witnesses.
mm-hmm.
And you know what to do with witnesses?
Question is, was it a spell or do they have some kind of item that obscures scrying eyes?
Oh.
Could have just been a blur spell.
Oh my god, I cannot believe I just said that.
Why would you say that?
I said scrying eyes instead of prying eyes.
I mean,
Scry.
scry is a spell.
Yeah, it works.
I mean, it works, I'm just annoyed that it accidentally worked.
Wait, how much do you know? We're Agnar?
Who, me?
That was Zora here.
Or not Ragnar. Zor. Thank you.
I was about to say,
Who?
what you on about?
Well, I mean, we know we're literally just in a tower full of magical items that have all kinds of weird effects.
That's true. One of them spattered someone permanently.
I mean, you know, they just had it fucking laying on a shelf.
Terrible. What if a child got in there?
I don't think a child could.
I mean, I got in there.
Yum yum.
Jimmy's stuck in a crystal.
Yeah.
You got in there because you couldn't get in there without all the rest of us, though.
It still stands.
True.
Okay, so the reason why I was crystallized is because the party I originally went in with crystallized me before they all were
Nice.
rejected.
And Orpheus
No.
like, wait a minute. Should we be concerned that we keep picking up people who used to have parties?
I mean,
We may as well rename ourselves the third wing.
Well, what does the O stand for in Leo? Outcast.
This is true.
Now, the question is... I just witnessed a murder.
Uh-oh.
How do I say that to the inspector without, saying, oh, by the way, I saw a murder? It might mean that I did the murder.
Oh yes, excuse me, Inspector.
Fuck him.
You might
Put
want to
yourself,
check.
why don't you put yourself in a zone of truth?
Why do you have to tell him?
Yes, please.
Maybe we should guard that information until
Yeah.
we can find the suspect.
But that will also be suspect.
Yes, we've got a guy here who's hired literally to find stuff out. We're gonna start, not telling him things? That sounds like a great idea.
Well, tell
He's also incredibly racist and assumes we're all suspects.
I mean, we are.
I mean,
suspects.
He has to, though,
that's kind
he's
of
a
general
inspector.
procedure for an investigation. Treat everyone.
The
as
only
suspect.
investigation I should be a part of is possible pedophilia.
It's not confirmed. It's possible, though.
I think there's two people in this that need to go for that.
Excuse me.
Not you.
One's joking him out, the other one just answered the door naked.
Then threw the poor guy down to the ground.
And I'm suspicious because I performed assault on...
You assaulted a minor.
He took a miner down to the ground. Poor kid.
All they wanted to do was give you breakfast.
It's just a summer job, You just do it to get a bit of money. You spend it on some nice things, but no!
Gets greeted by an elf butt naked, attempts to seduce him, leaves, and then gets dragged to the ground by this other man. Poor bastard.
Oh dear. So
So he's scarred for life. Moving on.
He already was by the reactions he had for this.
He'll never work here again.
Just fucking used to it.
I think this will be the last one. He's just gonna find another somewhere else.
I do feel like mine is justified because there was a murder, like, the other night.
Wait a minute.
Yes, yours was too.
Yes, mine was justified. I was trying to get information.
You're trying to intimidate them.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that.
But yeah, it still stands off.
I'm not saying it was good.
Back to the original thing, it still stands. We've literally got a guy who was hired to investigate this. We really are just a third party.
Where is he?
You probably want to know.
Can Orifir have a thought?
Yeah, that's a bit, a bit of a task for him, but sure.
He does. Wait, if the Colonel died,
Yeah, go on.
was
You
killed,
can get words out.
Does that not cast doubt onto the actress?
Ah.
We know they had something they were discussing about.
During the time.
I know.
Would that be premeditated, though? Enough?
We know she's an actress. I know that actors and actresses often employ magic, much like bards do.
How have you done?
Plus, she would be.
It would potentially fit her skill set, being able to move about stage like that.
Sure, but does she have a motive? Does she have knowledge of the change in marriage?
Well, she definitely has motive.
Or, well, she has motive against the general, sure, but does she have motive against the owner?
Yeah, because she got taken out of the will.
Yes, but did she know that beforehand?
You made an announcement before, didn't you?
He didn't make an announcement before. Now. Hence, all this goes back to this has to be premeditated. Someone has to have. The main thing is that the main smoking gun is going to, I believe, is going to be who knew about this event beforehand.
The wife. Or the fiancé.
The trap.
Yes, but she's not part of the will at the moment. It wasn't signed. If she was part of it, sure.
Why would you kill your future husband who is about to leave you everything?
Yeah, it's not signed yet.
Before
she
he
could have
can
had an
leave you
assassin
everything.
She could have had an assassin and done it too early.
Does anyone know anything about Dwarven law?
No.
So she's
I
not
mean,
allowed
is
to
it
go.
like
Dory,
German
was that one of
law?
the books you read?
Let's see if it's one of my books.
If it is, that'll be incredible.
Did I read a
like Russian law?
history of
Read the
dwarves
life
for
law.
dummies?
Did you read a
16?
Dwarven legal tradition for dummies?
I did try to read some law stuff in the past and it got really boring. 16?
What you realize is that you remember something you read about Dwarven law, specifically Dwarven inheritance law.
That's oddly specific.
Do you remember there was something weird about how occasionally when dwarves get old they go senile and they leave their fortunes to young mistresses? And there was some kind of clause. You can't quite remember what it is. You think you could probably find it if you could get access to a book.
If only the Inspector General wasn't in the study.
When you sneak into the study,
He's literally sitting there.
aren't you a sneaky character?
I am a sneaky character, but I have to open the door,
What
sneak
if
into the
he's
door.
very unobservant and
I could go to the front desk and use the PA system to distract. So
Just then, you hear the
I do
PA
that to grab
system
the
go
best
off.
performance. Oh.
God damn it.
Attention.
I sneak out my room and start going towards the study.
Mademoiselles. At this time, we have concluded our first round of interviews.
First round?
For now, you are free to move about the premises.
Oh, good coincidence.
However, we are recommending that at all times you have another person with you for the purposes of safety.
Alright, I'm coming.
Let's do nerd stuff together.
I've got the voices in my head.
I'll take Lug with me. No, wait, no, I should go with Orphe, because, yeah.
Orphe's the only one who's really trustworthy in the entire part.
And who wants to come with me?
Lug needs to stay with his. Needs to stay.
Do you
with,
want to read some books with us?
I'd say, Brandon.
I can attempt to read, but I will come with.
You can attempt to read.
My intelligence is 12. I can attempt to read.
It's going to be
Brandon,
very boring, I can tell you that now.
Yep.
And technically
I think
comprehend
that
language.
Lug should stay with his, to protect him from the murderer.
With good boy.
Yeah, no, not good boy. His ward, your cousin.
Oh yeah, well I mean he is kind of with Orphere's fiancés and his
Yeah, but he's
future
tasked with
daughter-in-law.
protecting him.
Or no, his
Omega
future
Protect.
stepdaughter.
Then and I can smell and hear very well.
Yeah, but we need someone. We need someone to watch Lug because he can't remember.
Oh right.
I'll watch him closely.
You mean we should get Adran and Ara to babysit Lug as well?
Yeah, obviously.
Probably be safest that way.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, it'd be safest that way.
Project 21 is ready.
So Orpheus goes to Lug's like, Lug, I have something very personal I need to ask you. Someone needs to be Lug.
What
Yeah.
is it?
Ah,
Lug. We are all Lug.
You remember Ong?
Oh, you small boy.
I imagine he would say duh.
The small boy.
Oh yeah, hilariously, he and I can both converse in giant.
Oh, yeah.
But
This is,
You don't know enough Russian
and
to do that.
also small girl child as well. Yes.
but not egg.
Not it. No. There is danger here. Would it
Knew
be
it.
possible for you to protect?
I will protect your
Lug will
child.
protect with his life.
Duh.
What does Lug have to protect?
This way.
He has multi-personality disorder, that's why we have so many voices for him.
Well, I mean,
Hey,
he
Fernando.
does drink a lot.
He drinks a lot. He occasionally just gets more slurred.
yeah.
Lug just like parks himself at the door and just plants his shield into the
He's
carpet.
just like, no one enter, no one leave.
Understood.
Placing Claymore.
He is the Claymore.
I guess Orpheus and Celathan will go collect Ealdrin.
Project 21 just pause at the door.
Hashtag.
I'll go with Arthur. Well,
Hashtag Elf Squad.
The elf police. Open up! Open up!
Alright.
Oh, in Champod D, I put a picture in there.
I saw it had me died.
What?
I mean,
I'm sorry. I have to... What is this?
Oh, before I said play.
Elf. Oh Jesus. I don't know if you've met. I don't think you've met Celathan, Eolred.
No.
He's a good drow. Apparently does exist.
It's a thing.
apparently. Well, I'm a good. Well, I'm not a good.
You're a better Drogo.
Not a trout. I'm not a trout.
Drogo.
No, you're
Drogo.
unless you've had extensive plastic surgery.
I am not a Druga. No, a drow. Damn it.
I am not what I am.
That sounds like a changeling remark.
You just keep an eye on him. He has slippery hands.
Oh my.
No, he'll rob from you, not that one.
He'll do that too if you ask nicely.
Yeah. We need more females in the party. We have a lack of them.
Hello?
Oh no.
It's a trap.
It literally is.
No, I said slippery fingers, Big Red.
I'm gonna check for traps.
They slip into places and occasionally find things they like.
What, like?
And sometimes the receiver likes it too.
So, Ragnar, where are you?
I don't know. I'm with you.
Oh, well, okay. Elf squad +1.
I don't. I shouldn't be alone right now.
True.
We have to walk in unison.
Obviously.
And you guys are in the library.
The library.
The inspector will retire to the bar, I think.
I'm not gonna...
Thank God that the
Oh yeah,
giant
Yugis is here
nuts-
also. Hello.
Did you forget about your guess?
Who?
Possibly.
Why does it look like the thing?
Leave your kisser alone.
Oh, it's a dragon.
Do you think he still watches these streams?
No.
No.
You guess he can pair up with one of you. Ragnar, you take Yugisa.
What? Why? I'm not allowed.
Because I don't want to. I really don't need to control 3 different characters.
Okay, I'll go with you guess then.
Perfect one was just going back and forth in the halls.
I don't know what you guess does, so I'll just like nod.
She's a samurai.
Yeah, we don't really speak.
She doesn't really like you, but that
Konnichiwa.
doesn't matter right now.
No, that's Dozak's fault.
Konnichiwa teriyaki handa
There you go. You should be able to control her now. Yeah, but she's a samurai like your other character, so you know, good practice.
Aww.
All right, Elf Squad, what are we up to? Seltham, for reference, is a mastermind rogue, like Ian.
Oh, great. Wonderful.
People very well.
Although, unlike Ian, he is spec'd entirely into mastermind rogue.
Ah, gotcha. Well,
Me and you guess are gonna go. She's just gonna follow me, and I'm just gonna go to bar. Where's the bar?
Bar's over here.
Right, yeah, I see it.
Yeah, that's the bar there.
I feel like you guys have a map.
What?
I
What?
feel like you guys have a map.
Are you not on Roll20?
He is, but he doesn't have a laptop right now.
He's on his phone.
Yeah. All right, so Dorian, Ozen, you guys are in the library.
Mm-hmm.
As it happens,
Yeah.
This place being a dwarven hotel, happens to have a book of dwarven law.
Who would have guessed?
Not me. Ever not me?
Okay.
I mean, who wants to study law on their vacation?
I
Simon.
mean, I do.
It's probably a
Lawyer.
reference material for the people who run the hotel,
Mm.
and I guess people
Also
who have
lawyers.
an interest in dwarven law.
Like a dwarven lawyer.
Yeah, like a for all those dwarven lawyers that come here for vacation.
Well, I mean, you don't
But
know
would
that.
they already know about the law?
Yeah, but they need
That
help.
doesn't mean they don't want reference material. I just realized I had the stream staring.
I like how Tom and I are just like, whatever.
Mm.
Would you like to actually read the book, Dorian? And/or Ozen?
Yes.
Can Ozen read Dwarvish?
No.
And he can't.
I've still got the comprehend languages spell technically. It lasts for an
What?
hour.
Yeah, it works for you.
And fortunately, legalese tends to be one of those things where they try not to use colloquial phrases.
Flowery language.
They tend to be
Right, because
as
if they had an ambassador going, they wouldn't want the ambassador to mess up and cause a war between two nations.
It's 11:16 in England.
All right. We'll let Dorian have this legal revelation, and then we'll call it there.
That sounds good.
Simon has uni tomorrow.
Hmm?
You have uni tomorrow night.
Nope.
Oh
No
my
lectures for a while.
Oh my god. I'm pretty sure I have tomorrow off as well.
God. What is this? So do I.
Same.
We could actually play games?
We can.
What?
Crazy.
I still have classes. Dun, 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 dun.
After this round, we're playing some GTA because we do that high. It's a demand.
That big red is just people being silly. Alright, Dorian. You give me some rolls.
What do you want me to roll?
Intelligence.
Bacon rolls.
I want to roll bacon.
I want an insight from Ozen as well. Oh my god.
Okay.
I think he's fine.
Give me a fucking insight, Ozen. I demand you.
Roll better than 5.
Wow.
You rolled 10, does it
Didn't roll
count?
better than 5.
Damn, he has good skill on insight though.
Every single time today you rolled insight, you've not rolled very well.
So, what you guys have learned is that under Dwarven law, it doesn't matter what the will says. It will always be divided up amongst true family members.
So what? Blood, not related, not marriage.
So, children, people you've married, godchildren as well.
So, is the actress family?
No.
No.
So that wouldn't give her motive. But she could have been hired.
So, and what that means is, and it also includes business partners in that as well.
Was the marriage consummated, or there were to be married?
Not yet.
So she doesn't have a motive either.
Well, she's
Right.
no longer wealthy.
She doesn't have a true motive based off of this legal revelation, but it does mean
Well, let's see if
that
that's screwed up.
Mountain Hall. So even if he had signed that, Mountain Hall, Gold Pike, and possibly even Cavendish, as well as the Racer, wouldn't have been completely cut out.
Mm-hmm.
They would have gotten their legal minimum percentage of the estate. And then the rest would have gone to, if the will had gone to effect, to his wife-to-be.
I see.
But that doesn't really necessarily eliminate motive for them, because it would probably be less than, it could potentially have been less than what his original will was.
Mm-hmm. That does not help at all, because that just makes the motive even wider.
Yeah. But it does mean that the actress would have been completely cut out.
Yeah, that's why I say this.
And the colonel would have been completely cut out as well, but he's kind of dead, so that makes him questionable as a suspect.
Mm-hmm.
He's
What was the
literally
third
cut out.
name on the list?
What's that?
What was that third name that we caught?
The third name you caught?
That we.
You mean like you know
on
where their rooms are?
Yeah.
You know where Tobin Goldpike is. You know where Colonel Bronzetoe's room was, and you know where Therapin probably was, and you know of course Vero's up in the tower with in Goldpike's own suite.
Yeah, that doesn't help at all.
No, it doesn't.
Who suggested this idea?
Not me.
Well,
I
it,
just
it, at
knew
least
how to read books.
It at least stops us from making false accusations off of lofty. motives.
Also, I guess we can burn this place, so we'll kill the murderer.
What?
If we burn this place to the ground, it'd kill the murderer.
Yes,
Or would
but
it?
It would also just defeat the entire purpose of our current mission.
Cannon fodder.
Humanity will finally reach out from the deep well where it slumbered.
Well, any hoosers, we will resume this next week at our usual time,
The tiny
barring
suspended.
massive interruptions. I don't know what that would be, but you know, who knows? Maybe the internet will end.
From nuclear war, that generally puts a hamper to things.
Yeah, and who
I
knows?
mean, Trump has put us in a bad spot, so...
Yeah.
I want to talk about it.
Well, I mean, you know, it seems to have cooled down a little bit as we focus more on internal things right now.
That's what I just want you to think.
That's why I use the word seems. Yeah, enough about that. Next time, we will continue this little murder mystery.
Indeed.
I'm looking
I'm
forward
down.
to seeing who the inspector thinks done it.
It was me.
It was me all along.
It was me, Neo.
Bye, Big Red. Is anyone available to raid?
Your mum.
What?
In touch.
Maybe like Bad Bunny, if Bad Bunny's there.
Suspended. Unyielding dark.
Was I? Deal. Jesus Christ. You know what? Let's raid Panda. I've never raided Panda before.
Huh?
Slash raid.
Why not literally raid the people whose channel is called D&D?
Yeah.
What? Random
There's
channel.
a literal channel called D&D.
Do not disturb.
How many people are watching them?
153.
Yeah, no, you don't raid people that don't need your help. That's dumb.
That's just trying to get people. You're trying to...
Okay? Just saying.
I mean, I get the idea.
God.
Well, it was nice meeting all of you. I appreciate the great
Indeed.
first session.
It better be.
It was certainly interesting. I really was proud of the build up to the you were all blood sucking parasites.
Wow.
Eh.
I don't know. I just love the thing where he's like goes through. He's like,
What
this
is that panda playing?
a game.
Let's see here.
Super Animal Royale.
How about BSS